The YouTubes.
The YouTubes, and the Facebooks, the U-books.
You can't click on that.
Well, it says upcoming. We're not there yet.
Click on it.
All right.
I'm serious.
Okay.
And then click on the
Well, I know how to do
link.
that part. Are we there yet? Are we there
All
yet?
right, now you're
Waiting.
good, so you can get rid of the other one. All right,
Okay,
we're live on YouTube too.
Got it, folks.
YouTube too.
YouTube. As you know, it's interesting. The quality looks nicer on YouTube than Facebook, which has something about
I know.
processing,
Hi,
doesn't it?
Peter.
What the hell's hell? Again, we're on both platforms. If at any time you're like, wow, this one's really like blowing the whoa, go to the other one. You know?
So somebody's punchy this evening.
I had to truck into the big city.
All
If I
right.
wanted caffeine.
Oh, thank you so much.
Chile, New Hampshire.
Gettysburg Map. Yes, for those of you just doing. Oh, hi from Chile, New Hampshire. Hi, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wearing the beautiful earrings that
Yep.
Gettysburg Map sent me for my birthday. I love them so much.
They're pretty cool.
They are very cool.
I believe that these are, and you can drop that in here. I believe these are ceramic. They really look like they're cast. And it's like
But
a
you know,
kind of like an overlay.
They're not heavy. That's the
wondering how
thing.
they were done. They're
Like,
very-
they're not
very-
heavy. They're
like a
great.
very light kind of thing.
Yeah. They're
And,
fantastic.
you know, if you happen to have like a store where you sell such product,
please drop the link.
put it here, put it here, put it both places.
Yes.
So people know, you know, so you'll know.
All right.
So, excellent. Hashtag.
So as you can see, I'm not going to hammer this home because it's right there on the screen, but I made an overlay. So if you're interested in following us on Patreon or visiting our Amazon store, all the information is right there.
Well, it's right there.
And that's all I'm going to say about it.
That's all anybody has to say to anybody about anything.
Hi, Daniel. Yeah, I'm
Hey.
so glad you're early this evening. I love it. I'm
Yeah.
glad you're here.
I think very typically you're like at work
Oh,
or
they're
whatnot.
clay. Oh
They're
my
clay.
gosh, they're gorgeous.
Oh, wonderful.
They're
Wonderful.
gorgeous.
So once again, store or a link or something like that. If you sell
Yeah,
these,
if
or,
you sell product, please drop the link.
if you simply sell services,
Hello,
drop it.
Rainy. Good
drop
to
it.
see. Oh,
Right there. Drop it.
Rainy Beanie, I love it. Good to
Yep.
see you. Thank you for joining
Hey.
us.
Hey, Rainy.
And
Hey,
hi,
Rainy.
David. Oh, from really hot Los Angeles.
And listen, Earl.
And Lisa and Aaron.
In the
Oh my
house.
gosh, I'm so glad you guys are all here.
Yeah.
Thank you
Hello,
for
hello.
joining us.
Another fine Woodness day for you. Lovely. And I was just saying to some of the early joiners, you're all early joiners. We're within the first 5 minutes.
Andrew.
That we are, again, as always, on 2 platforms. If one of these really starts boning it for you, go to the other one.
Oh, hi, Julian. Thank you.
You can be on both. Hey, some people do.
Hey.
If you are on a smart
Hello,
TV,
Eric.
your TV isn't that smart and you will not be able to comment, but you can always get on your phone, get on one of these platforms, and start dropping comments.
And
Put it
say
down.
hello to Eric and Alan and Elizabeth on YouTube.
Hey, excellent.
Good to
Thanks.
see you all.
Thanks. We're seeing
Hey.
an increased number of people
Oh,
up on
okay,
YouTube.
great. All right.
Great. Which is
She
great.
shared her link. Fabulous.
Now we're talking.
Yay. Okay.
Plum Runco.
I love it.
Excellent. Plum Runco. Okay, that once I see that as 3 words, that makes a lot more sense. So the Plum Run. Yeah, check it out, folks. These earrings. This product is right here. It looks big and is like, wow, that's kind of heavy. Nope.
They're
Quite
lightweight.
light.
They're
How-
fabulous.
My question for you, and if you don't want to say this here because this is trade secrets or something, just drop me a PM. I'm just wondering how the picture is laid on. Looks like a decal wear kind of thing. And I don't do these things, so I'm interested in process.
I know. They're
But drop it here or
amazing.
drop it personal. You don't have to reveal your secrets to us. But you did reveal one thing that shouldn't be a secret, which is your site. People, check it out.
Yes.
These are cool. May I assume that you would take custom orders as well? And if I can't assume that, then let me know.
I wouldn't assume.
I wouldn't assume.
You know what happens when you assume?
Yeah, well, something, but I forget. So anyway, but you know something.
It involves you and me.
Yeah, it does involve you and me.
That's all I'll say.
Simple fact
you
is,
Odd Couple fans will know.
these are made with quite a bit of skill and care, and I think people who are interested in such things would love that to have a set. So
I know.
So there we go. So there's a little promo for our one of our reviewers who is a creator. We always encourage creators to drop their site, their palace of fun right there, so people can go find them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Made it into a water tattoo and applied it to the clay. And yes, it takes custom orders.
Hello.
Hit her up.
Your picture here. There
Hit
you
her
go.
up.
Can't be here. I don't have pierced ears. But yeah, excellent.
Yeah, it is relatively, I'll say in New York, Eric's asking Gettysburg, but here in New York it's relatively warm. Not warm, but
not warm.
Relatively warm.
I will refuse to use the term heat or warmer until we actually get into spring. Because I was walking around the big city today and it was clammy, and I had to use my gloves. But I said it's far from like the 5 degrees it was.
Hi, satellite! Yay!
So that was an improvement. And things are melty, and that's an improvement. My driveway is no longer covered in an inch of ice.
Should you make a pin for your hat?
Oh, yeah? Well, you know, I got a little space over here. Hello.
Yeah, he does. He hasn't filled in
this new hat.
Space on the new hat
yet.
The
old hat really started to, you know what happens? Right up here. It gets hit a few times, and then the fibers start going. And I don't think that there's any fix for that outside of a lot of glue. And it would probably still look a little beat. So, you know, it served for years. I really put it to the ringer. It was time for a new hat. Same manufacturer, slightly different design. Still an excellent pork pie. It's nice and sturdy. It's very sturdy. This is a Bijali. And if you're like, well, what hat do you wear? This is the Bijali pork pie. I like this is the lighter color that they make. I like it a lot. And it suits me. And
oh, yeah. Don't jinx it. It can snow in April.
Ah!
Exactly.
I'm not saying anything at all.
I've seen it snow in May.
All I said was I'm waiting until spring. Spring happens when it defrosts.
Yeah.
That might be June for all we know, but I'm not going to jinx that either. I've seen it happen earlier. Things start poking their heads up out of the soil sometime a little later in March.
All right. Well, we have some fun folks here. So
yes, we do.
I think it's time for a blind taste test.
I think so too. So, shall we? Shall you?
Paul picked up some house brand
rum from Astor Wine and Spirits,
which I was making fun of because I see house rum and I think oh, bottom of the barrel.
I mean, you've seen house rum in places like Ralph's, and you're like,
yeah, exactly.
All of you West Coast folks are gonna be like, really? Yeah, try it sometime. Big fun. But Ralph's house brand is probably just made in the Virgin Islands, USVI.
Yeah, this one's from Guyana.
That distiller. This is Guyana. So really, technically, it doesn't really say so, but this is Demerara rum. So I was like, really? This should be kind of interesting.
So
it may not be aged enough to
I'm
really
enjoying the weather too, you guys.
Fine, but we'll see what's what. We're going to put this head to
68
head.
in Tulsa. Hi, Sue. It's good to see you.
Baby.
Oh, Peter says, I say time for a cocktail. Yes, we will make a cocktail, but I thought it would be hilarious.
To do a taste test.
Because, you know, I always bone these taste tests.
And you know that I come in there saying, I'm going to be terrible, and I am. So
I thought I would taste the new to us
product.
Astor house brand
rum.
Dark rum. Against
we're going to do a taste test
Plantation
with, say,
Original
Plantation.
Dark.
This should be...
They're the same color.
They are the same color.
All right.
This one is made out of lightly aged and heavily aged rums. So this is probably going to be pretty distinct, but we have no idea what this tastes like. And we're going to do it blind. Let's go.
All right, let's do it. All right.
Couple glasses.
Closing my eyes.
Here we go.
They're behind you.
Both at room temperature.
Okay.
Actually, they're not both at room temperature. You know what? I'm going to remedy that so you don't have an obvious.
Oh, do we need to wait for it to come to room temperature?
No.
Because we have other things we could taste.
I have an idea. And this will take...
That sounds like a really big taste. I hear that glug, glug, glug. Okay. Good boy. I have an early morning tomorrow.
We're going to equalize temps and go from there. I'm glad to do this test myself to see where we get. I have a feeling I can tell these apart. But I have no idea what this tastes like, and I'm interested to see what we got. So, okay, that's good. Pardon me. Don't open.
I'm not opening. Will he be back?
Will he be back?
He just disappeared. I'm standing here on a live video. I'm standing here on a live video with my eyes closed.
Okay. Brand X.
Okay.
You can enjoy the aroma.
Rini says one of my fave liquors is Krumpnikas. Oh, we have that.
We have a Polish version of Krumpnik.
Oh, okay. Yep. All right. Yeah.
Not too surprised. Good. Not too surprised to see that come from Lithuania at all. That is a very popular area of the world for fruit liquors, honey liquor, infused vodkas. Hello. You find a lot of fun stuff happening with that. Okay.
Okay.
There's brand X. Here's brand Y.
I'm going to clear the palate.
Cleanse the palate. I'll Pepsi challenge for all of you people who remember that kind of stuff.
Okay. Brand Y.
Brand Y. Chases cough away. Well, you know, a spoonful of sugar and a spoonful of honey is a popular thing to throw in your drink. Say your rum, your hot buttered rum.
I think this is the plantation.
You think this is the plantation?
Yeah.
Okay. And this would obviously be the Aster. Okay. Can you tell us anything about them? That might indicate
this just
that.
tastes like something I haven't had before.
Okay. You got that reverse.
I never get these right. I never get them right.
We're going to do that again. I'm going to close my eyes. I close my eyes.
Wait a minute. I've lost track of which one is which.
Doesn't matter. Put them aside.
Okay. Oh, geez. Satellite's not drinking root canal. Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
Well,
That root canal sounds like a reason.
All right.
That sounds like a reason to drink.
All right. I put those aside.
Okay. So get us 2 more glasses.
Okay. I was going to say, I don't know which one is which anymore.
Pour us, enough of a sample.
I never get them right.
I'm not peeking.
I know you're not.
And the one that is at more room temperature, you want to throw a small ice cube in for a second or so.
I know, I got it.
So it's not obvious.
Okay. This video is 80 proof.
That's about right.
Oh, God. Oh, shoot. I tripped.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Now we can sniff and tell.
I need a towel. Hold on.
Okay.
Pardon me.
Yeah, pardon me.
I'm getting a...
I'd be glad to get a towel, but then I'd have to look. That would give it all
Well, you're not
away.
going to know which one is which because...
Not true. You're going to hand one at a time.
Yes.
This kind of demonstrates to me that this house brand rum has some character to it.
Oh, yeah. No, I guess it's been a while since I've had Plantation Straight.
Plantation Straight has a nice flavor.
I hope no one from Plantation is watching this video because I just...
Yep.
yeah.
Well, it doesn't say anything at all about Plantation except that it's a nice, balanced rum that is actually made out of, I think, 2 different distillates that they blended.
But they both are...
And that the Aster actually has come up with a pretty decent blend itself.
That's the good news.
That's the only thing.
All
And it's a very good price point.
Hold on.
Now, the Plantation is also a very good price point for us. It may not be for you, in which case, well, that's too bad. Because I find that, like, their stock items, their regular rums that they're blending,
Okay.
they try to have that bottle come in at about 20, 25.
Are you ready?
I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Okay. So, brand X.
Oh, wait. Hi, Errol.
Okay.
Okay.
Rinsing.
Peppermint Merlot and the other whiskey.
See what happens.
You know, it's very weird.
I think this. This
Yes,
is this and this
yes,
is this.
yeah.
That's what I think.
And
The only
wine.
reason that I can tell that is because
I always say I have the
there are-
palate of a wino.
there are notes in here that I recognize from being in here. This is actually advertised as, let's see. They're first matured in heavily charred American oak barrels in the tropical climate of the Caribbean. Full-bodied flavors, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and a nice color. And then they had the best barrels get shipped to Chateau de Bonbonnet in France, where they then aged a second time in medium toasted French oak barrels that impart pleasant, spicy tannin notes.
You know what this reminds me
Special double aging process
of? I
gives
just
you a lot of
finished
flavor.
it, by the way.
Oh, you did?
It reminds me of like Zaya or something.
That's very complimentary. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not...
So look, here's the thing.
It's a good rum, believe it or not.
This comes to us at about 20, maybe 22 a bottle. And this is, I think, a liter-sized bottle. That's great. And it does have a lot of flavor and a lot of character to it. And this would be a great base for a fairly simple sour like a Mai Tai, which really needs some character to the rum.
Sorry.
I want rum. Ah!
All right, but
I'm sorry.
I think it's time to make a drink. And I'm not going to use rum at all. Because he also got a bottle today of Dorothy Parker Rose Petal Gin, which...
That's the one you wanted, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
You know, I always...
Because they had both of them.
I got some of this near my birthday last year. Oh, and by the way, we're doing a live happy hour on Sunday.
This coming Sunday.
So if you're free, we would love to see you at 1 p.m. Eastern.
This has fewer notes, but it's still a good base. Like, it would still be a good base in the Mai Tai.
I know
you might want to like do half and half or something.
It's Super Bowl Sunday, but we'll be done well before the Super Bowl.
Don't worry, you can still see the big game. And then they thought about the game. The game. The game. I think it's a different game.
Well, I didn't, but a lot of other people do.
That's being sung about in that show.
Oh, it's so good, Satellite. All right,
yeah,
so.
If you're a gin fan, you would really like this. I think that was coming out at about...
And it's a pretty pink color.
How much was that? That was like $29 for that bottle.
Yeah, it's not much.
It's not crazy high. I consider anything like below 40 to be within the realm of, provided that it's a handcrafted spirit, it's been aged for a while or whatever. And this is New York Distilling, and they do some really fun things.
Brooklyn Series Limited Edition.
Yo, it comes from Brooklyn, baby.
Rose petal flavored.
Rose petal flavored. And it does have aromas of rose. I think, have we had Christy taste that? She'd enjoy that a lot.
You know, I think we were going to, and then I think we ran out before she got here.
Sorry. Got to visit again, that's all. Yeah. So.
Hi, Joe. Thank you so much. These earrings were made by Gettysburg Ma'am, who's also watching.
And if you scroll up the list, she dropped her site where you can see...
She dropped it on Facebook, but you can drop it on YouTube too if you want.
Oh, yeah, drop it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Gettysburg, drop it here too, please. Yeah. Both platforms. So you can actually go and check out her work. And she does do custom. Just saying. All right. Hint. Hint. I'm just saying there. Drinky one. Okay. I could take over for that.
All right. Dorothy Parker Rose Petal Gin, 2 ounces.
My taste test over here.
All right. And then I think I'm going to go with some Violette. I'm using Jafar Violette. He's like pushing me out from behind the bar.
I'm trying to type here.
Half ounce.
I'm not typing very well.
I didn't say anything.
Didn't say anything. 1.5 Aussies.
I don't want it to overmow the.
Yeah. Is you a quarter instead? What are you going to do?
No, you know what?
Half ounce.
I'm going to do a half ounce.
Half an ounce. What the heck? Go for the gusto.
Yes.
Go for all the gusto you can grab.
All right. There we go.
Movie's over because they're taking up quite a bit of real estate.
I'm going to do a half ounce of fresh lemon juice.
Mm-hmm. That's a pretty good place to be.
And I'm not going to forget my lemon curl this time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want something else too. I want another note.
One more note. Yeah, bitters.
I've got bitters back here. I don't want to do the lemon ginger because that's a lot going on.
That is. And that is the type of thing that might well get lost, I think. I
just think it would compete. Let's see. What else
do we have? We're trying to complement flavors here.
What else do we have back here?
We've got the rose and the violette.
Yeah. No, I mean, now I know what's in the drink.
Yes. I'm talking about the flavor profiles. You're talking about what else you could put in there.
I think I'm going to do...
Cheroot.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do a couple of dashes of Dash Fire Mole bitters. 3. 3 dashes.
The mole. So you're getting some chocolate spicy going on.
Yeah.
How about that?
All right.
Boom, boom.
Shake with ice.
Okay.
And strain into a cocktail glass.
Oh, yeah. Snow in March, we certainly get it here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to say anything at all but end of frost until we reach end of frost. We've seen that first here in the house. We were seeing ice storms in April. Ugh. Not trying to criticize anybody, it's just facts. It doesn't have to be. I've seen it be, we've had 70-degree days in January. Weird.
Ooh. Errol's going to Athens next week.
How about that? Well, Uzo is a big thing there.
Yes.
After all. Oh, dig it. Okay. Saint Germain.
Oh yeah, we have had Saint Germain. I don't think we currently have any elderflower.
I don't think so either. Yeah, but I saw some today.
But it's great.
As a matter of fact.
Yeah, because you were at the liquor store.
Yep. But
do we have a chilled glass?
As a matter of fact, we do. I think we have a couple of chilled glasses. I can certainly get one for you.
Thank you. Strained it into a chilled glass.
Too chilled. And see where
we have another new product to try this evening too.
Yes, we do. As a matter
kind of exciting.
Interested to see where that gets us.
All right.
Hey, 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 hey.
Thank you. And my lemon curl. I got a little one.
Lemon. Garnish
I haven't named it yet.
I give it a sample name. Who knows?
Ooh.
Oh.
Mmm. Oh, that's great. I love it. He called it Dorothy's Lament. I love it.
Let's give Dorothy's Lament a try.
I'm a fan. So that was 2 ounces of the Dorothy Parker Rose Petal Gin.
Mm-hmm.
Half ounce creme de violette. They're just calling it violette. I'm just going to say Giffard violette.
Mm-hmm.
Half ounce fresh lemon juice. And 3 dashes.
3 dashes.
Dash Fire Mole bitters.
Mole bitters. You know, I'm getting those notes in there. It's very reminiscent of an aviation because gin base and the violette, but it doesn't have those sweet sour notes that you would get out of the cherry liquor, the Maraschino. And it does have some other notes in there from the lemon and from the mole. So those are fun ideas. I haven't thought about using that mole too much. But there are things that we have used that were really good.
For some reason, it's making me want to sneeze all of a sudden. You've developed an allergy to gin. No!
Nose! Oh, boy.
No, I haven't.
No nose, folks. So there we go. Purple
Hi,
vodka.
Doug.
Ah, that's a fun one.
Like an ice cold sip of gin. You're correct. You can call it the Purple Parker. Well, maybe we'll have to do a Purple Parker next.
Wasn't there a Peter Parker? Didn't he get bitten by a radioactive spider? Yep.
Yep.
Harold, better pick up some good booze. Oh, yeah. I remember actually getting a bottle of ouzo. I think we still have the remains of that bottle from my manager at the time. This is, going back like 15 years at least.
Wow.
And, I'm not a really huge fan of anise liqueurs, but I tried it and I was like, it was a very balanced flavor. I could see sitting there and like just sipping some of that stuff. I have had absinthe drinks. The classic drip works. Not a huge fan because I think it's a little 1D. But with lemon, I think works very well because now you're getting into Dr. Funk territory. And I like one of those. So there you go. Yep, but definitely.
Yay.
So yeah, check out Facebook for the link to the Gettysburg Mamma's jewelry site. You want to see that. She does custom work, folks. And these are very light. And
yes.
She's talking about this. This is like a
wonderful
water transfer decal. I got to talk to you about that.
Yeah.
Because I have a need for such
Ralphie
things.
Parker. That's a great idea, too.
Ralphie!
He shut his eye out. Oh. We could go on with the Parker thing all night.
He did very nearly shoot his eye out, didn't he? You should try out, kid.
Oh. Eric's attention is divided.
Oh, there we go. Well, that happens. And you know what? It's great when
we're good background for a Skype.
We're good background for a Skype. But you kind of like, what are you watching there? Where is this? Where is this strange rosy place? You know, we're kind of perfect for Valentine's Day tonight. This is looking, you're in red, I'm in red, everything looks very red. Back of us is very red. And of course we have these great covers in back of us. Just really still enjoy the Manhattan time cover because this is really just a prelude to Bow Chicka Bow Wow. And look at the size of that Manhattan she's got. It's like this little glass, so they can refill that a few times, These days, you order Manhattan in a place, they grab a fish bowl, the entire bottle of whiskey goes in there, and then you're like, yeah. Drink inflation. For the prices that certain places charge, they ought to. But you have fewer of those. So I need to try, well, I've already done this taste test, and I could work with this.
For those of you just joining us,
let's see.
I got the taste test wrong, and Paul got it right.
I managed to get
that right. Because I
right.
never get taste tests right.
I did not. 50-50, you could get very lucky, right? Who knows? But I was thinking, I think I identified those flavors that are coming out of the Plantation Special Dark. Original Dark. Original Dark is a great mixer at a good price.
I thought that the Aster tasted a little like Zaya.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. The Aster is kind of rum. So it's a Demerara. Oh, a lot of formulas call for a Dem. And there's a lot of Dems out there that are not particularly cheap.
It was cheap.
The price is definitely right on that. It is not lighter fluid. I think that's very mixable.
Lighter fluid.
Well, sometimes you'll get a bottle of amber rum that's a house brand somewhere, and you're like, wow, that's kind of rough. Yeah, I think they added some color, but basically it's just sort of industrial rum, and yeah, you know, not a lot of character, hasn't aged a while, etc., etc. If you just want to add octane to things, hey, there you go. You've got to drink, once again, something like a Mai Tai that's a pretty simple sour. You put some really bland rum in there, you're going to say, it doesn't taste like much. You put something flavorful, like your plantation, oh yeah, that's where you want to be. Demerara rum.
I'm good with that Aster too. I think that was a good purchase.
I think this is something I can definitely work with. I like a very good price point. I like repeatability. I do not like bottom shelf. You can definitely go below too far in the gin, and you're
Keith.
like, forget it. Flavor's gone. And you can go very high in the gin and not get any better.
Slivovitz is lighter fluid. I feel like I've either had it or been there when someone else had it.
I don't think I've ever actually tasted Slivovitz. Several years ago, we lived in Queens, speaking of the big city there.
More than several
years ago. And the second apartment that we lived in, the super in the building, I believe, came from Bosnia. And I remember thinking, what's a good gift? And I happened to know somebody from the former Yugoslavia. And I asked him about that, and he said, get him a bottle of Slivovitz. So I did, and he was like, oh, thank you very much. And I don't think he really kind of clued into the fact that I had figured out what the hell he should get as a bottle. And I think that that's very popular in that area of the world. So there's lots of them. And it's probably a lot like cachaça, in case, you know, you can find a bottle that's very industrial, very lighter fluid, and you can find a bottle that's been aged for a while that's really nice. So it's possible there's better Slivovitz out there.
You're a very thoughtful person.
Yes.
To have looked for that. And also, he was an idiot, so...
Well, there's also that factor.
Errol's saying...
Can't help that.
50-50. I call it 50-50-90. 50% chance of getting it right 90% of the time I'll be wrong. Errol...
I like the 50-50-90 rule. You put me together with like two fairly similar rums, and I really do have a 90% chance.
When he got lost in Poland and ended up in Slovakia. Oh my gosh. It's Slovakia. Oh gosh.
Oh my.
Cousin of Malort. We have tried Malort.
We have tried Malort.
Yeah.
Jeppson's Malort it's a classic. Well, I usually describe it as a Midwest biker bar dare shot, because that's basically what it is. Rite of passage. If you want to, like, you know, be seen as like not a complete wimp in the bar, and you can take that shot like a man, you know, she can put that stuff down and say,
I took that shot.
She can take that shot and say, is that the most bitter stuff you've got?
I took that shot like a woman.
You took it like a Marine, Cheryl.
I took it like a Marine.
Yeah, she really did.
Yeah, no, by the time we finally tried Malort, it had been so built up to me. It's so awful. Oh my God, it's so awful. It's the worst thing ever, blah, blah, blah. So then when I finally tasted it, I was like, it's really not that bad.
It's not the most bitter thing that we've had.
No.
By far.
No.
By far.
It wasn't even the most bitter thing we had that night.
No. Easily the most bitter thing that we have on hand right now. We still have a trickle of the Sfumato Rabarbaro. Wow.
That's pretty bitter.
Long, bitter tears finish on that one. I like it a lot, actually. And then there was another one that Aster had that they were describing as long, bitter finish. And I forget the actual stuff, but that was definitely more bitter than Malort.
Oh, Daniel, we had it at our room crawl. I don't like it. I believe I did a shot of it at your room crawl.
I missed that, and I would have taken a shot like a Marine. You know, because I'm good with that.
I did.
And I like to do that because people are like, good God, what's wrong with him, you know? But,
it's not ever something I would reach for, but we were kind of being dared, so I was like, okay.
I'll try that out.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the bittering agent is probably gentian root, which is the same thing that makes bitters bitter. And you know what does not taste that bitter? Is, what's the French stuff? Suze. Suze, you get a whiff of it, you think, wow, this is going to be awful, awful. And it's a lot smoother than that.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually fun. I think it's an interesting thing to mix with. We actually, when we did Tales of the Cocktail some 5 years ago now, there was a Suze room, and they were taking pictures and things and samples, and I was like, this is cool stuff, you know?
Yeah, it was good.
This is really fun to be introduced to the whole process of it.
Can you get that here? I mean, I know we could order it,
yeah.
But I don't know if I've actually seen it in New York.
I think I have seen Suze around.
Okay.
Now that I say that, I would be dared to find it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. And the simple fact is, as soon as I say, oh, I see that everywhere, then I can't find it to save my life.
Nope. You need to make a cocktail.
Yeah, I'm just having some
Mine's
samples
going to be
here.
gone before you're even...
I'm not actually doing shots because this is not a full shot. This is barely a finger. So just in case people think, hey, Paula's doing shots behind the bar. I really never do shots. We mix drinks. We mix drinks.
You're very adamant that you don't do shots.
Well, you know...
In the right situation, I'll do a shot.
I think you did a shot on Malort. Yeah. But we see these DJ shows and that up on Twitch, and they'll be like every hour, it's time to do a shot. And I think, why don't you just mix a nice drink and...
But I still think if you're
that.
doing one shot an hour, like, ooh, you're bad. You know, like one shot an hour.
You also like, you killed it.
If you're just doing shot after shot, I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But one shot an hour, I'm like...
If you down it like that, well, there's your drink, you know? And it's the same strength as what goes in here. I just think I like to be able to savor for longer, that's all. We like mixed drinks around here. What am I going to mix with? I got some great stuff back there.
Up to you.
Up to me indeed. I may try. Okay, I might try building glass. We happen to have these Fabuloso Happy Valentine's Day glasses from Trader Vic's. Notice the very sort of Tappa-inspired Valentine hearts logos. Notice the pink. Notice the Vic's. These, I don't know if these are still available.
They have it. It's a different one this year.
Different one this year.
Yeah.
So a different Valentine's glass for you.
Yep.
And I'm going to fill that with ice.
I think every year they do a different... It's like their Halloween glass. It's slightly different every year.
Collectible.
I'm sure Christmas is like that. They have glasses for every occasion, I think.
Try to find the crushed up stuff. Vicks would fill this with crushed ice.
Those are
from... I'm not going to go bothering crushing ice right now.
I remember these are from 2020 because we got them right before... You know what?
You know what? So, there we go. Not standing on ceremony here. A couple more cubes. Good. All right, full glass.
Oh, yes, Trader Vic's. Yes, flashback. We were just at Trader Vic's in Atlanta. Like a week and a half ago. It was fabulous.
One of two, count 'em, remaining full-fledged Vic's in the continental U.S.
Oh.
The other one is, I don't think it's a full-size Vic's, but I believe it's in San Jose Airport, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, Lisa says they had Sambuca with coffee beans. She didn't like it, but Errol likes it.
Sambuca is...
I have to try that.
Probably a little acquired. And
I'm not sure.
The three beans, I think they're called moscas, flies on top. And I think you're supposed to ignite it, which probably carbonizes the beans a little bit and gives you a coffee hit. Sounds fun. How was that?
My earring fell off.
Whoops. Oh, there goes that backer. Yowza.
Oh, the backer's still there.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
My goodness.
Oh, my God.
So I was at a classic
I guess I didn't get it on
coffee joint today, speaking of good coffee, to have lunch, and that's Cafe Reggio, Greenwich Village, New York.
As seen in the movie Shaft.
Shaft meets up with the mob guy.
I got it.
In the movie, and I'm not going to say the sequence. You've got to see the movie for that. It's a little rude, but it's a great scene. And I basically sat in the seat that Shaft sits in. And I had 2 cups of Capu, and I tell you, that was great. That was really, really good. Cappuccino.
Gettysburg Ma'am is asking me if I have any birthday plans.
Well.
So while we're doing our live video on Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, my birthday's actually on Monday. And since it's Valentine's Day, we'll probably do like a fancy dinner at home. Because going out on Valentine's Day, if you can even get into a place, they've probably upped the prices. So we'll do an outing, probably like sometime that week.
Let's see.
Probably in New York City.
Yeah, there's some classic places that we might hit that would be pretty awesome. So let's
sometimes slide off. Oh yeah, I know that's happened to me before with other areas.
That could be.
Yep.
That could be. There are ways
around. They are a little, yeah.
Slidey.
Silicone backers are. I got it. I think I really put it in there. Oh, the other one's totally secure. Anyway. So what have you done? What have you done?
What have you done? I've did 2 ounces of the dark rum, Astor dark rum.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to say 2 ounces. Should I say Guyana rum or Demerara rum?
Demerara. That's what it is. This is coming from Demerara Distillers. Don't fool yourself.
Okay.
Anytime you see a sort of a house brand that says U.S. Virgin Islands, it comes from the Kitsch-en Distillery. Kitsch-en, whatever you want to say. Because that's the distillery, so you're getting that same product, interestingly enough. This is lemon?
Yes.
Half ounce lemon.
Okay.
And
Hi, Jamie.
let's add some liqueur to this, shall we?
Okay, what are you adding?
Wait a minute. Oh, let's try this. These are the Mai Tai variations. Half ounce of Vanille de Madagascar. Vanille de Madagascar. Giffard. This is a really nice vanilla liqueur. It has the genuine vanilla flavor. And it's pretty punchy, pretty pungent. Half ounce of Grand Marnier.
Ew.
I might add a little bit more of lemon in case this ends up being a little sweet. I want this to balance. I happen to love using Marnier in a drink like this for orange flavor because it's very robust orange flavor. It really stands up too.
I tell you this. My girlfriend Anne has developed an aversion to Glendora. Oh, she's here to stay, Anne. Sorry.
Yep, that's that for that, Jack.
Oh, Gettysburg Ma'am. I think they're fine. I have a lot of these backers. I think they're, I think they're
sweet
great.
side. Adding a quarter ounce more of the lemon.
Okay.
And I will, in lieu of having a shell to throw in there, I'm going to grab one of these peels.
So is that it? The liqueurs and
It's
the
the
rum
liqueurs
and
and the rums and
okay.
that. And you know what? A little bit of peel in there. I'm going to throw in some Angostura cocoa bitters to balance out the vanilla and see what happens there. 3 dashes. 1, 2, 3. Sometimes I let that ride on top and it sort of gradually insinuates its
3
way
dashes cocoa bitters.
Cocoa bitters. Right now I want this to actually blend, so I'm going to give it a stir. I added that little bit of lemon peel too. Add a straw and see where we are. This is a mixing glass. You could shake. You could use one of these blenders like we have over here, which is actually a shake maker, Hamilton Beach. That's what Vic uses. They have this big industrial Hamilton Beach baby, and they just take each glass and go buzz, buzz, buzz. And like 4 seconds later, Mai Tai time. Well, this is nothing more than a Mai Tai variation. I can admit that.
Admit it.
Boy, is that nice.
I bet I want one now.
Yeah, I bet you want one.
Oh, that's good.
Isn't that good?
It doesn't remind me of a Mai Tai, actually. But
Interesting.
It's good.
Well, you're missing the almond flavor, but the other flavors in there are basically what you'd put in a Mai Tai. So
It's really good, though.
just for giggles, I'm going to New England Mai Tai it and throw a little dark rum on top.
Ooh.
There you go.
Wait, no, I'm not going to add that. There's so much to keep up with.
New England Mai Tai, you would add pineapple juice to a standard Mai Tai formula and then throw in a float of dark rum. They do that. All of those Chinese-American joints around New England do that. There are fewer of them than there used to be, so if you are still visiting one of them, please do, and keep them going.
I'm going to say optional.
Optional. It does add. Kind of nice to have. What's this back here? I was wondering about using these, and we are nigh on Valentine's Day. It is here within
We've used
days.
them this year.
But we haven't used them on the air, have we?
Don't fool. It's the whole kitty cat situation.
Oh, yeah.
Marion is particularly evil. Don't fool Glendora twice.
It's not nice to film up at Glendora.
Floaters are never optional, Jamie says.
It all depends on what we're doing. There are a lot of drinks which call for a float of like really heavy rum, like 151 or 123 proof kind of stuff, just as a layer on top. That's sometimes just to add some octane. If you're ever visiting a joint in Brooklyn called the Zombie Hut, and you order their zombie, bear in mind that they put their 151 down the straw. So you get it and you go sip. Whoa!
That's the strongest drink I've ever had.
Hope there's not a flaming drink next door because the place is going to catch on fire. Boy, oh, yeah. But it's kind of good. It's actually one of their better drinks. And they have games in the back, and it's kind of fun. You can just sit there and play.
This is good. And it's almost gone. This might be the gin talking.
You kind of feel like more gin?
I might want to make another gin drink.
There's a clumsy bartender on the TV over here. I can't tell who's playing
Love
him.
boat on.
Kind of looks like Peter Graves, but I don't think he's playing that role. No. Same casting call, though. Funny.
So. Oh, she has 2 kitties. Oh, well.
Fuzzy buddies.
They're nice kitties.
Yeah.
Marion the cat is actually based on a true life cat I knew once. And I love cats.
Mm-hmm.
I love cats, don't get me wrong.
Cats are fun.
This one cat was
Cats
evil.
are fun.
It was really a mean kitty.
Yeah.
It would literally attack you.
I believe you described it as a Siamese breed.
It was, but I'm not, I don't mean anything by
No, nothing against the particular breed, although
No.
I think they're known to be a little particular.
But no, with this cat, like you would go to the person's house and it would just be on like a high shelf and it would just like jump on you and like it was like she would dive bomb you.
Slightly territorial.
Yeah.
Just,
yeah. And I'm sure that like she had her reasons. You know,
it was her territory.
I don't think animals are angry for no reason.
No.
But you know, I think that I think she was very territorial.
We had a hound next door that was simply disturbed.
Oh my gosh, those people moved out.
Yeah, other things are happening with that property right now, and they were not part of the plan. And it's improving the property, that's for sure. And I got to tell you, that dog was really just disturbed. And I've certainly seen my share of pit bulls that are a little disturbed. And I think, yeah, they're known to be very affectionate pooches too. You know, and then you hear about, oh, it attacked a kid or something. You're like, oh, what happened? You know, that's too bad.
Now, apparently, well, no, we know some very nice pit bulls.
Mm-hmm. We do indeed. I think it was your dog. It's a sweetheart.
Exactly,
you know?
yeah.
But they're a little territorial too. So very good as a guard dog, therefore. Hello.
But yeah, no, the pit bulls we know are awesome.
The one that was just insane next door was a Mastiff. Now that is a work dog and a guard dog, and I think it was cooped up too much.
It was doing a great job guarding. I'll give it that.
I remember when I was growing up in the old homestead there was a family that had a sheepdog that was cooped up all the time. That dog was nuts. Nuts, N-U-N-E-R-T-S, nuts. So if the dog ever got out of the house, it was just attacking people. Attacked me twice. And I think it's a work dog. You're supposed to take it out and have it do what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to herd sheep.
Whose dog was it?
Oh, it was folks at the end of the street in the big house. And you can't. It's like if you have a Great Dane in the house, you got to take it out with a frisbee, or it's going to go bonkers or start chewing.
It was a kamikaze cat.
Hey, wait a minute! Are we doing kamikazes now? Woohoo!
Oh yeah, no. When I was growing up, we had cats, and they were the sweethearts. Yeah. So
yeah, big fun.
It's nothing against cats. I love cats.
We always had a cat around the house, and I remember the cat around the house was named Mr. Magoo, and my mother would let him out, and he would frequently bring back rodents. Oh well,
your mother had a cat that loved me.
Murray.
Murray loved me.
Murray kept the rodents at bay. He was good for that.
Murray was a good cat.
He was a good fellow, as I recall. Yeah, he was very affectionate.
Oh. She'll give you the look of death before striking Naomi.
Phaedra and Noe. And well, I'm going to tell you about Phaedra.
Oh, well, they sound great. They sound like nice cats. Cats that wouldn't dive bomb you.
Nice kitty. Nice kitty. Wow. Anyway.
No, I've never seen another cat that kamikaze before. Honestly, it was really
it's interesting and slightly disconcerting. And there we go. Yeah.
Well, I mean, especially because it wasn't my house and I didn't know the people well, so it was just like, anyway.
So anyway,
we don't have to talk about it.
We don't have to talk about these kamikaze cats, although it's a great name for a drink.
Kamikaze cat.
Kamikaze kitty.
Well, there's the kamikaze, but I'm not making that.
No. Kamikaze is a shot that is, as far as I can tell, a vodka Mai Tai in a shot glass. Doesn't sound so good. I don't know why they're so popular.
I don't think they are anymore.
There was a
I think
period
it's
of time.
outdated now.
Maybe a combination kamikaze and high karate would be the kamikaze cat. That sounds like fun.
Well, I'm going to make something else.
I wish you would.
Something with Dorothy Parker gin.
We have another product to try if you'd like to try that.
Oh, that's true. Okay, all right. We do have something else to try.
We happen to have the Giffard rhubarb.
Every time Julie loses an earring, take a shot. I haven't lost another one yet.
Plug. Hey, tell you.
Am I about to lose it again? Oh, I think you're right. Wow. Yeah, it's just that one.
Slippery.
That's so funny. The other side, yeah.
Is it these those little ones?
Yeah, well, I'm sure it's just a loose one, but I have more. I have more of them, so.
Anyway, so Giffard has had this product on the market for a while.
Why do you use a metal one?
Looked intriguing to me, so let's give it a whirl. Rhubarb is one of those flavors. I remember my mother grew rhubarb, and she would make rhubarb pie, strawberry rhubarb pie. It's apparently known to have a laxative effect, which is not necessarily the first thing you reach for in a cocktail situation.
Oh, the cats are sometimes better than Netflix.
But it's also like slightly sweet and slightly bitter.
Harold says we had a cat that would kill big black snakes and leave them at the doorstep of the farm.
There you go. Well, the cat always leaves the product of
death. Because it's a gift, right?
It leaves the product of death at your doorstep saying, see what I did? And you're like, oh, great.
It's a gift.
Well, I think it thinks that it's contributing to the food bill there.
I think they think they're... Oh, we're doing we're tasting stuff with a vague pre-Valentine's Day theme.
So we've got Giffard rhubarb, which is supposed
to be why I thought we had
sweet,
this?
A little bitter.
You know why I thought we had this before? Because we've had a different rhubarb.
A different rhubarb.
Yeah.
We have a rhubarb.
We have.
Huh. Well, actually, Rhubarbo Sfumato has rhubarb flavor.
I forget what the brand was, but we had a different rhubarb liqueur.
I was pretty sure we haven't had that.
We haven't had the Giffard. We've had
a rhubarb liqueur.
Yeah, I forget what the brand.
Okay, we'll have to find that out. Anyway, so here we go. This promises to be a little sweet, a little bitter, which should remind me of an Amaro.
Oh, I really like that.
It does not, but it does have a very specific bitter hit, and it's pretty sweet.
Hi, Tom.
So I think that'll be a very nice mixer. Hello. Hey, Tom.
Yeah, it was great seeing you, too.
It was kind of awesome. I don't think I saw you enough. We were kind of like
in
and out and here and there. Hey, Tom. And then it's like the next thing I know, it's like 1 a.m. and I'm taking video in somebody's room and I don't know where the hell I am. It was a little slightly hallucinatory.
They must have appreciated
although I got some great video of one of the bands, which I will be posting shortly. So, but people were very friendly. People were very fun. We had a couple of great nights at Trader Vic's Atlanta, which I recommend for everybody watching here right now. If you have occasion to be in Hot Atlanta, Cool Atlanta, it was Cool Atlanta when we were there, then...
Stop calling it Hot Atlanta.
Apparently that's out of vogue these days. So I've heard that for years. In August, it is. It really is. Because I've been there in August, and it was. And but in January, it was Cool Atlanta, that's for sure. But it wasn't freezing Atlanta, so I was glad for that.
Jeez.
Although it did snow on us one day. We got flurries. Yeah, we got flurries.
Oh, flurries.
But Vic's is one of the 2 remaining full-fledged Vic's locations in North America and in Atlanta. And it's in the Hilton. Been there since '76, and it's really great.
It's hanging in.
It's a really, really great location, and they're serving up great drinks and food. You have to be in Atlanta for a convention. That's a popular destination. There's a whole huge hotel circuit down there. Check out Vic's. You want to do it.
I had a great time, and I loved Inunhele. I will say that at that event, it was easy to miss people.
It was easy to miss people.
Because, things were down in, like, different corridors, and if you weren't in the same events.
Yeah. There was a lot going on simultaneously.
Yeah, it was
for a fairly compact event, there was a lot going on simultaneously. So, Tom, if you were in this seminar, we were in that seminar, or the other seminar. And then we were just wandering around trying to make things happen.
It's hard to feel like
man. I know. I thought that Sunday there was a great sort of morning after room where the folks who were doing the spam actually had more food out. And I kept trying to find their tip jar, and the gal kept disappearing. I'm like, who was that? So I can send her a little love, because she was working overtime with the tacos and the cookies and the little, they had these little, biscuit-shaped fish patties that were really good.
Oh, Peter's asking for, into your next cocktail? Oh, yeah. I'll make sure that doesn't happen. It's not going to slide off into a cocktail.
Well,
but I do have metal backers I could use.
Could easily
but
replace that.
But no, it hasn't moved since I touched it.
All of these pins on the hat have various backers. Some of them are
some of those
the
fall
plastic
off,
and some of them the metal. And I really can't tell which are better, because some of the metal fall off. One did on me today, and some of the plastic fall off. So, constant struggle. Struggle is real.
Peter's asking if we had sesame chicken. No.
We did not?
What did I had a... You know what? I'm going to go to the menu.
Let's take a look at the menu.
I don't remember what I had.
I actually have the itemized receipt somewhere, and I'm not going to go find that.
Oh, well, there you go.
I'm not going to go find that. We're going to look at the menu.
Look at the menu, and I'll tell you what I had.
There was... The second night, I did decide to have something out of the oven, and what I had was the lamb. They had these little, lamb ribs that were very good. Now, normally I like an animal to actually reach maturity, but it is very hard to find mutton in this
I definitely
country.
had crab rangoon.
So, oh, yeah.
I had the second night I had wonton soup.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just
Yeah, you
kidding.
did.
And I had the Caesar salad.
Mm-hmm.
And I had volcano shrimp.
You did have volcano shrimp. That was very good.
And the Hawaiian vegetable fried rice.
Second night I actually had, scroll up please. You were right there. Go right to the, there. Had a half rack of lamb. That's over curry vegetable Singapore noodles. That is Singapore made fun. That is exactly Singapore made fun.
The first night you
with
had...
a citrus mango chutney. That was really good because I happen to really like Singapore made fun. And it was great to have that as a base. First night I had some kind of a steak.
Yeah, I think it was on a special.
Yeah, there was some special
Because
steak
I don't
that
see it
was
on the
marinated.
menu.
That was very good too. It was very, very good. They do steaks chops
But that was...
very well there.
Hi, Janice!
And if you just want to like sit around some poo-poos, get the Cosmo tidbits. It's like this big plate of just little finger food and little poo-poos with the flame. And they're just awesome. They're really, really good. This is what Vic's has been doing for, some 75 years now. Probably, as Vic's itself, closer to 85 years, come to think of it. So there you go.
Oh, Amy went to the new tiki bar in Cambridge. I wonder if that's the same one.
Report.
What's it called? Because I think I know some other people who were just there too.
That rhubarb has an extremely specific hit that I'm interested to try.
Okay, so I think I might try it with the gin.
Try with the gin.
I'm going to try it with the Dorothy Parker gin.
Well, heck.
We've restocked on the Dorothy Parker Rose Petal gin, which we had, I got for my birthday last year. We decided to do it again this year.
Hurry up. York Distilling does a Dorothy Parker standard issue gin.
Yes.
Which has a lot of different flavors going on. It's not a straight up London Dry gin. It is a London Dry style. It is not, say, an Old Tom style or anything. And it does have different flavors going on. So that it's a lot like, say, like a Hendrick's, where there's different flavor notes going on that you don't necessarily expect in gin. I think it's slightly high proof. I believe that this one is the same, and it is coming to us at 44. Oh, yeah, so this is like 88 proof. Not crazy. It's not 123 proof gin, but a little high. And a lot of contemporary liquors do that.
And let's see. I'm going to do...
this is a special batch where they infuse with rose petals. If you like that flavor, you'll like it a lot.
Oh, yeah, okay, Wusong Road. Yeah, everyone's going there.
Oh, yeah, you
all the cool kids are going there.
I saw a picture of you with a Mai Tai. So how was that as compared to other Mai Tais that you may have had? Report.
Okay. So I think, so I did 2 ounces of the gin.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to do a 1/4 ounce of the Giffard rhubarb. RHUBARBE.
Rhubarb.
There you go.
Yep.
1/4 ounce. So I'll take is this a 1/2 ounce?
No.
Where's the 1/2 ounce?
I tell you, it's funny. These double-sided shots are all different, and it's really weird. This is literally 3/4, 1 1/4. Who needs 1 1/4 of anything?
What's that?
Totally bizarre. I think this is one. I forget what the hell this is. Where's the small? This guy. I just dropped it. No, I just threw it. Is what I did. Okay, if you can retrieve that, the small side is 1/2.
All right. So I'm going to do a 1/4 ounce. Oh, wait, no. Paranoia. It's fine.
Making sure.
1/4 ounce.
Still enjoying this thing right here.
My Giffard rhubarb.
The Mai Tai variations, folks.
I should turn the label forward, even though Giffard's not paying us.
We will shill for them because we bought the product, not because this is a paid promotion, which it is not. So just in case any of these services are like, wait a minute, you need to announce to the folks, nobody paid me. I paid them.
I got envious of his vanille, so I'm going to do a 1/4 ounce of the Giffard. Boy, they really should be paying us.
Look at all this Giffard music.
Madagascar.
If that doesn't actually have Madagascar vanilla, then they're kind of selling a tale there. But I bet it does.
I'm sure it does.
And Madagascar started growing vanilla sometime probably 18th to 19th century and has been doing it ever since. And they produce a very high quality vanilla.
Once again, half-ounce fresh lemon juice. Then I think I'm just going to do orange bitters.
Ah, how much?
Let's see. I've got the rhubarb. Let's do 4 dashes. I think I just totally dashed them onto the keyboard too.
Don't do that.
Too late. Where's my napkin? Oh, thank you.
There you go.
Oops.
Boom, boom, boom. We really should elevate this, don't you think? I tell you.
Oh my gosh. Well, we need a bigger bar.
A larger bar is always a possibility, folks. So, drinky 3.
Shake with ice. And strain into a cocktail glass.
For instance.
All right, now I'm shaking my earrings around.
Oh, this is
no,
what's
it's still good. It's still hanging in. It's hanging in. Okay.
Ace is fine. Anyway. Boom, boom, boom. Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, good. Amy's going back next week with Ohana peeps.
Good report on the Mai Tai.
Good Mai Tai.
I like a Mai Tai that's a good balance of sour. A Mai Tai is a sour to which you've added another ingredient. It's a pretty simple drink. It really depends, flavor-wise, on what rum you have as the base, or if you have rum at all. Remember, the Trader Vic himself was like, oh, I could vary that up 100 ways. And he puts Scotch in it, and it's a London sour. And he puts brandy in it, and it's a Munich sour. And he puts, whiskey in it, and it's another sour. It just goes on and on.
We might need a springtime road trip. Because I hear good things.
Maybe. We could do Boston again. Boston Vic, Cambridge, please.
Oh, Lisa says we don't have any tiki bars here in Tulsa. Oh my gosh, the Jade East.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
I think that somebody should grab that name and reinvent it as something. And if you want to have people to add some decor to it, I think we could name about 24 artists who would fly in and kick it in the Patoot. I mean, seriously.
That's even better than the first one.
I keep forgetting. The place that opened in Grand Rapids is... Max's. That opened like right before the Unmentionable. And of course, they had to scramble really hard. But they actually sold a whole ton of mugs during that whole period. And now I think they're open various times for business. And I think they're actually probably doing okay.
I don't want to say anything because
that was a really big build out. And all sorts of contemporary artists were contributing to that. And did a really, really... You see the pictures, it's just gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I hear about places closing. I'm like, where?
Don't say that.
And then places open up.
Don't say the C word.
And then places open up. Hey, look. Right now we've heard about the Mai Kai is working with a real estate development company that actually likes to work with like old and valuable properties, sort of theme properties. So this is very positive. And the rumors of Trader Vic's Emeryville's demise are slightly exaggerated. Apparently, Trader Vic's is like, we're going to keep going until.
They don't own the property.
But they don't own the property. So if the developers want to turn this into overpriced condos, they will. But you can protest all you want, but really what needs to happen is that Jeff Westlake needs to win that Powerball. And then just buy the property and say, I'm the king. Trader Vic stays here for another 1,000,000 years.
Can I drink that?
Oh, that's yummy.
Thanks.
Oh, that's yummy. And he's the man for the job, and I would thoroughly support him doing so. We just have to win that Powerball. Independent wealth in terms of billions of dollars would be great to be able to save all of these places.
Oh.
I know that's sort of a fantasy.
Oh, thank you, Amy. I would love to. All right, we're gonna try to make this happen.
What are we trying to do?
I gotta.
Oh, let's go to Boston in the springtime.
Springtime. I got a bunch of hotel points.
You're kind of implying that the Velvetones need to learn that song. Damn. That song is so terrible. But I recognize the reference easily, and I must admit that within the past week, I was actually literally yesterday, I was playing Seals and Crofts in quad. So I can admit
He
that.
was.
I can admit I'm a little
I
sad.
came home, he was playing Seals and Crofts.
Yeah, this pretty
Oh,
good.
Peter's saying, if anyone remembers Susie's in NYC, they had good Mai Tais. I've heard of it. I was never there. Were you there?
I don't think we're at Susie's. No. What was the first place where we got like the Mai Tai night? This is going back to like 2007, 2008 maybe. There was a place that was in the Village.
Oh, Waikiki Wally's?
No, there was a place that was not a tiki
Oh,
joint.
Marion's.
Marion's.
Yeah. Oh,
it was
speaking
not
of
a tiki
Marion,
bar.
speaking
Not
of
a tiki
Marion.
bar. And they just happened to do a tropical night. And they brought the mugs. And they made Mai Tais. And they were good.
Jamie's going to 3 Dots and a Dash next month.
Hello.
Oh, that's a good one.
Well, if you say it's been 2 years too long, then you know what to do there.
I would love a return trip to Chicago too.
We've told you the story about showing up there circa, 2014. After having driven 9 hours that day from Montana? Long drive.
Nebraska.
Yeah, it was Nebraska. Long drive. Nebraska is a very wide state. Without a tiki bar in sight, it really needs one. And you just drive and drive
Isn't
and drive.
one still there? Like, there was a tiki bar. There was supposedly a tiki bar that we couldn't get to because it was like 9 p.m.
This is true. There was a tiki bar there. We didn't go there at the time, if we'd simply known, right?
Hold on. Let me see if it's still there.
Long drive, like through Iowa, and we did hit the Chinese joint, which has the pizzas. Wow, that was good. And then we cranked through to Chicago. This is a long drive from Iowa to Chicago. And we finally get there. We finally get to suburban Chicago. And we finally do like the one tiki place. And then we do the other tiki place. And then it's like midnight. And then there's still like this vague talk of hitting 3 Dots. And then how are we going to get there, whatever. And then our host is like, I'll just drive it. So 12:15, we show up in the middle of, Chicago proper, and it starts to pour. And then we have to find this place. And it's just a speakeasy.
Well, we weren't driving.
We weren't driving.
No, Dave was driving.
Dave drove us. I didn't say we drove. Our host drove us.
Yes.
Seriously. So we're trying to find this place, and you finally find it, and you're like, what the hell?
Well, no, he knew where it was. I think he was trying to find a place to park.
Yeah. But didn't he get down there? What the fuck? And so then we get down to we're 4 people just completely decked out in the tropical wear. She's like, I have a place for you. Hilarious. Drinks spot on.
Was fun.
We didn't try food, did we?
I don't remember.
I don't recall.
We'd had food at Chef Shangri-La.
We'd completely tanked up at Shangri-La, which is excellent food. And, of course, a Mai Tai the size of a pint glass, if you order it properly. So, Dave Loggins. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm for Boston. I'm for Chicago. I'm for going places.
Yeah.
I want to go places, you guys.
There are all these
I want to go places.
classic cities in the States that like thrive for a long time and then hit the skids and various things happen and they're all on the way back.
It is Morse. Right? 3 Dots and a Dash. It is Morse code, yeah.
Yeah. Da-da-da-da. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Da-da-da-da.
Yeah, Errol's asking.
In Morse is V. Yeah. V. Yeah, definitely. Which is interesting because during the big one, WW2, V for victory.
Right.
That means this, not this. I'm taking that from Jimi Hendrix, actually. The V for victory from Churchill. And V, of course, was it Beethoven's 5th Symphony?
Danger Zone.
That's the fun part.
Highway to the danger zone. Anyway.
I'm going to need a Need for Speed. No, we don't do...
The Velvetones should do danger zone.
We don't do speed here. We do mixed drinks. Well, that was...
Oh my gosh, though. Has anyone here watched The White Lotus? The HBO show? Because that had one of the funniest scenes I've ever seen on TV. With the 2 teenage girls and their drugs. I know it sounds awful. It sounds awful, but if you've seen it, it's really, really funny.
I was watching this sequence and it was hilarious because
White Lotus
their drugs disappeared.
HBO. Yeah.
They were all about their prescription drugs and they disappeared.
Did you ever check out Wax Trax Record Store?
No.
Where's that?
No, never did. Where's Wax Trax, Peter? I've heard of Wax Trax, actually. And I've heard of there's supposed to be a great store in Poughkeepsie that I haven't seen yet. And I was there within the past year on a film shoot, and I had other things to do, so I didn't get to that. I like to check out a store because of the interesting little hidden things that they have in there, you know?
Oh, hi, Dan.
Hey!
Victory makes sense now, Errol says.
All right. Well, you're on, Dan. Absolutely.
You are on, Dan.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's make this happen. So excited.
Yay. I could get to that because the Clam van goes all over the place.
Dan and Elaine sent me a birthday cocktail. I'm waiting until Sunday because we're going live Sunday at 1.
So don't worry. Received. Nothing broke. But of course, that bottle is
was packed very well.
That bottle was packed well, and it's a very heavy-duty bottle. So it can withstand a little bit.
I want to do it. Like, it's February, and I'm already thinking, like, yes, spring trips, because it's warm and sunny. And, like, where can we go? And we might have to wait a minute, but we might not. If it's a beautiful weekend, let's do it.
We're having some crazy weather here and there. It's freezing. It's actually pretty temperate. I don't know. You kind of have to gauge it by the moment, but if you can actually be a little flexible, you might be able to fly and do. By fly, I mean drive. So, there we go.
I know. This weekend's too soon and we all have plans, but...
Yeah, things are happening.
But the next warm weekend after this, I'm up for it.
There are plenty weekends before all hell breaks loose. So, yeah, we can make things happen.
When is all hell breaking loose?
I don't know. But there are plenty of weekends until that point. Now, let's see.
I hope so.
Are we still trying things, or did we try everything? We tried the Aster.
We tried everything.
No, we have tried the Parker before, and it's an excellent mixer. It's a lot of fun. You're having a lot of fun with Parker tonight.
I want to save it for French 75.
For Dan's purposes, I'm looking at a bottle of what was calling itself dark rum. Aster Wine and Spirits House Brand. This cannot possibly be good, can it? No, actually, it's a pretty good mixer. I think it was $15 the bottle. And is this a liter bottle?
Oh, Peter's singing Chicago. Peter.
Yeah.
I love Chicago, and I have issues. I have the same issues with Chicago I have with Boston, which are, I've never spent more than a few hours.
We're in and we're out fast.
Exactly. So we need...
You kind of zip in, and it's like, we have all this stuff. We meet people, bang, 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 bang. Next thing you know, it's 2 in the morning.
Try to cram a bunch of things in.
And you're closing 3 dots in a dash, and somebody's driving you home, and you're like, hey, bye. Oh, out.
Oh, yeah. And then the next morning, it's like, okay, well, gotta go. So,
and zoo.
Yeah.
So we really need to spend a little more time in Chi.
Yes.
We know some friends in Champaign who I think could probably show us around and such. And, you know, there are specific...
Well, we have friends in Chicago, too.
Yeah, friends in Chicago proper. You know, there are specific delicacies to Chicago which are worth investigating. It's a well-known winter town. So
Jamie, we'll take you up on that. That would be fun.
Carolina. Oh, Carolina.
Coastal Carolina. That sounds warmer than here.
It does.
Lisa says, make a drink.
Well, shall we?
You heard.
Surf's up, dudes.
Lisa has spoken.
Surf's up in more ways than one. We attended the Asbury Park Surf Music Festival around 2018, and I got some great video of a band from the Carolinas. I forget their name, but it's actually up on the Captain Quad channel on YouTube, which you may be watching right now. So
now, if you're watching that, you're not watching this.
Well, we're on YouTube.
But we're not on the Captain Quad channel.
No, I'm just saying, if that's on YouTube, we're on YouTube. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. I posted videos from this band, and I can't remember their name, so shoot me. Well, I could take a look at it, and then we'd know. And then
for heaven's sake,
I wouldn't be silly about it.
You make a drink, and I'll take a look.
Works for me. What am I going to work with here? I want to work with the rhubarb because we've got it. It's fascinating. I have had more than my share of strawberry rhubarb pie in my time, and that's kind of a classic thing to do. Every time that your grandmother says, to pick the rhubarb, she says, don't touch the leaves because they're poisonous. And I think, why am I eating it if the leaves are poisonous?
My grandmother literally never said that to me.
No, she didn't say that.
Okay. Ooh, you're up to 64 subscribers. Did you know that?
I did not know that. How many views do we have on, say, Jimmy Psycho? That is 8 views.
Oh, it's such a good video, and it only has 8 views.
8 views.
Clearly, you're not promoting this very
30
well.
views on Muck and the Myers.
The Suffragettes are up to 14,000.
14,000 views for the gals playing surf music.
Okay, so Aqualads?
Aqualads. Thank you.
Okay.
They're from one of the Carolinas. I can't remember which.
I'm going to drop the link to his channel.
Yeah, check it out.
For heaven's sake.
We need some more views. We got some black flamingos on there,
Jimmy's
man.
Psycho only has 8 views, which is
That's
terrible.
insane.
Hi, Ken.
Psycho is so much better than that. Come on. Watch some Psycho, man.
All right, I'm dropping the link
he did
to
a
his channel.
great set at Ohana.
Dan, he has a video from the surf responders on there.
Yes, he does.
All right.
That's me. Yes, I do. Yeah, the surf responders are well represented.
Oh, Southern Culture on the Skids is our go-to Carolina band. Oh, we love them. We love Southern Culture on the Skids. We saw them at Ohana.
And at Tiki Oasis.
And at Tiki Oasis. Yes, Jamie.
I have video from both locations that I haven't really posted yet.
Oh,
I do.
Danielle says I have rhubarb and ginger gin. Ooh.
Hello.
Okay, that sounds good.
So check out the Captain Q. He's actually delivering the stuff that you want to see. Ye. Yeah, I take video wherever I go of bands because that's one of my earliest inspirations.
Oh no! Oh, you're paranoid. It was hanging on.
Yep, it's good.
You know what? Maybe I'll just go put a different backer on it.
You want to do that? I'll mix.
Yeah, do it. I'll be right back.
I'll mix. I'll vamp.
You'll vamp. Go ahead and vamp.
You know how it is.
Let's see that.
Oh, that's good. You know, these funny little gin drinks, which are little gin sours, are really kind of great. There is a classic gin sour called the Royal Hawaiian. If you don't know how to make it, you can find that pretty easily. I believe the Jeff Berry books. Beach Bum. I'm not going to call him a bum. He's a great, upstanding gentleman. They will tell you how to make that properly. I myself recommend that you back off the sweet stuff slightly because that's how I like it. But if you like it sweet, keep it that way. And it's just a fantastic gin, tropical. Marvelous. Absolutely. So let's make something, shall we?
Marvelous. Does anyone else remember that?
Yeah, marvelous.
Oh, thanks. Oh. We're all good now.
We're good.
I mean, it was fine. You know, it was hanging in there totally, but I put a metal one on it. It's all good.
I'm going to work with the aster. I'm going to work with the rhubarb.
Okay.
Rhubarb is a fascinating material to work with.
Southern Culture on the Skids is playing in Cambridge in September.
Oh, hello.
Awesome.
Yeah, Scott's just puts on the party show. I think basically because the B-52s don't necessarily tour heavily these days, Scott's has kind of taken over that segment and they just really kick your patoot into the next century. And I got to say that when they played Ohana, I happen to I have this thing. I have to feed the off-duty cops who are providing security at Ohana because I think that's how you keep the peace. So I grill a bunch of Spam and I make a bunch of sliders and I find these guys and they're like, wow, this is the guy with the Spam. So while I'm doing this, the drummer from Southern Culture comes over. Is that Spam? I'm like, yes, it is. So I serve him some and I'm like, hey, is your bass player around? He's like, yeah. So he gets there and I served her some Spam. I'm like, this is awesome. You know, they're they just rock the house down, man. Tear the roof off the sucker. Let's mix something. Cocktail shaker. Yeah. Okay. Ice it, please. Don't mind if I do.
Trying to name a drink.
Yep.
Northeast Delay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you're doing the... Ooh. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Okay, good.
Yeah, going to be interesting. Gonna be, as they say.
Gonna be interesting.
Gonna be interesting.
Did they ever tour out west? Well, we definitely... Hi, Marty. Good to see you.
Well, we saw them in San Diego.
Yeah, we did see... Swinging Medallions are from Carolinas. Oh, okay. Now give us a double shot. Did they ever tour out west? Well, yeah, we saw them at Tiki Oasis.
The Swing Medallions. Now, there's a party band from back in the day. Hello.
Yeah.
Apparently,
played churches west of Albany. That's very true.
Apparently, back in 1966, they got slightly censored for the song that they made, which was a big hit. Yeah, that's kind of a drag. The man's going to do that to you. All right, let's
Carol says that LOL, Paul. That's one of my tricks with Lisa's drinks.
Let's make a simple sour and make it better.
Okay, wait. So what do you do? 2 ounces of what? The Aster rum?
Aster rum.
Okay.
What's a rum sour? A lot of rum drinks are basically just sort of Mai Tai
What else did you
variations,
add?
which is fine. 1/2 ounce of lemon.
Okay.
And 1/2 ounce of the rhubarb.
Okay.
That itself is a good sour. I'm going to have to give this a taste and see where this is going.
I'm so excited now that we're going to be doing a road trip with Dan and Elaine.
Hey now! Haven't done Boston with this show for nearly 10 years.
I know. It's been a minute since we've been to Boston.
Talk about remiss! You know how long it's been since I've been to the Boston Museum of Science? Whoa.
I think you were a child.
Yeah, a teenager anyway, but yeah, long time. Long time. Last time I was there, they had all of these leftover calculators by the Wang Corporation, which was a computer company, that had the Nixie tubes. Those were so cool. Anybody in love with Nixies? I think Errol could comment on that.
I've never been to
Yeah, BMW's is really,
Boston. Was it
really
Boston Museum of Science, you said? I've never been there.
cool. That's good as is.
Was that a field trip?
Oh, yeah. Always field trips.
We had a cool field. We went to the Jet Propulsion Lab. We went to
You went
missions.
to JPL?
Wow. We had a field trip to the Jet Propulsion Lab.
Damn.
We also had, we went to a lot of missions because it was California.
California. That's California history
So, a lot
right
of
there.
missions.
We visited a lot of colonial structure. We saw the original charter for the state of Rhode Island and Providence plantations issued by King Charles.
Oh.
But you had the missions.
Satellite says the closest they'll be on tour is Colorado, which isn't real close. Yeah.
No. No, it is not.
They put on a great show. I first became aware of them in the movie. It just went right out of my brain.
Blown sideways through life.
No.
No.
Flirting with Disaster.
Yes.
Flirting with Disaster, which I saw when I was on tour in a show. I had an afternoon off, so I went to see the movie. And
the movie is slightly sick.
And
so good.
And the song was Camel Walk, and I was just so enthralled with that song.
All right. Breaking open the...
Oh, Peter says a trip to Boston. Count me in. All right.
Bing. Bing, bong, bing.
Doug says Nixie tubes, almost as cool as tuning iTubes.
Oh! EL84 tuning iTubes,
Amy,
baby.
you had field trips to which museum? That's amazing.
Well, there's the Witch Museum in Salem, which would be a very obvious... Witch would be an obvious thing for a class to go to. Well, there was that whole thing in the 1690s in Salem, which people don't like to talk about, but people went nuts for a while.
I would have been all over that.
Yeah,
okay, so you've got the rhubarb, the rum, and the lemon. Anything else?
The 3 dashes of Angostura.
Just straight up Angostura?
Yeah, sure,
Okay.
sure. I would like another note in there, and I'm wondering what goes on.
Hold on.
Goes on in your mind. Let's see here. I'm thinking about that. We'll take suggestions. We've got a lot of stuff behind us.
You might be able to work with this.
Excellent idea. Okay, a dropper worth of the 1821 bitters, lemon, ginger, tincture. Yeah, that will work. Let me get that's like half a dropper.
Yeah, I would do.
There we go.
More of that.
So two...
ginger lemon. I wasn't sure if it was lemon.
I think that'll do.
Or ginger lemon. But
okay, shake and strain.
that's a good one. Uh-oh.
Whoops.
We're leaking a little bit.
The seal is not that good. Dang it. Sometimes dead's better.
Okay, 1821. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Let that rest. Reposado. Acquire a cocktail glass, preferably chilled. Keep a few glasses chilled in your freezer at all times if you happen to be living with a significant other and you happen to enjoy cocktails.
I'm glad he thinks I'm significant.
You are. And strain into your cocktail glass. A cocktail glass, which would make this taste 73% better, is a good idea.
He's so splashy tonight.
Hey, I'm just pouring.
Oh my God. Errol says, we did have a fluke meter. I actually know what that is from being married to this one.
Oh, yeah.
with Nixie tubes. I think it was an 825. Is it an 825 or an 825? I don't know the lingo.
825. 825
Don't remember for sure. They're nostalgic to say the least. No.
You know, Nixies are like a lot of vacuum tubes, in which case, in the period where they were around, companies made a lot of them. So there's a lot of surplus. So you can actually find them and buy them and do things with them.
Kitty's Broke Ma'am says, my seal is broke too, Paul. It's okay. Oh, satellite. You're significant to us, too.
I pronounce it good. Give it a try.
I will give it a try. I tried it without having been shaken with ice.
Mm-hmm.
And frankly, without the tincture. Oh, that is good.
Yeah, that is good, isn't it? I like that a lot. We're working really original cocktails tonight. You know, we discovered that working original cocktails will get us no shrift on these platforms because nobody is searching on what I'm making original.
Nope.
So, folks, you're it. So we're working for you tonight.
That is
Drain.
Good.
Empty the contents of your side card into your glass.
You know, I think he's told this story before, but I think you should tell it again.
Perhaps.
So tell the story while you're at it of, oh, I can't do that right now.
No.
Of
nope.
When you had drinks with the rep from Zignum, company that put out all this great mezcal.
Zignum is the company that decided that mezcal does not necessarily have to be esoteric. Now, there's a lot of mezcal out there that is very particular. I consider it to be the single malt scotch of the agave spirits world.
Which makes a lot of sense.
That makes a lot of sense to me.
Smoky and yeah.
And if I'm the one who actually originated that phrase, I'd like to copyright it before people actually start using it and not paying me royalties. But I can't do that, so whatever. Just remember, you heard it here first, folks. But the simple fact is that mezcal is prepared by taking the piña, which is like the big core of that massive agave plant, and drying it out by putting it over an open fire so it gets a little smoked. And tequila doesn't have an open fire, so you don't get that smoky flavor.
Right. And
a lot of tequila is prepared on a slightly more industrial scale through column stills. So a lot of particular flavors do not end up into tequila. Mezcal is frequently prepared in a very artisanal manner, in very small batches, so it's very particular. Pretty similar to a lot of scotches produced in Scotland. There's also scotch produced in Japan, which is very reputable. We've had it. It's very good. But Scots whiskey, of course, is prepared over a peat fire and has a lot of smoky notes. So does mezcal. That's why I say that. And
just looking at Ken's comment on a Boston trip, got to take a duck boat tour. Oh my gosh!
Oh yeah,
drink beforehand.
Isn't the driver supposed to reach into the cooler there and hand you like a Gansett and say, "Here you go, pal"?
Oh, Doug. Well, Doug's ahead of you here. Yeah, best Greyhound recipe that you can make at home makes for a good search optimization title.
So here's the thing. So we're
Doug's
talking
ahead of this
to.
story.
I'm talking to. I met with the rep from Zignum. Zignum decided.
I set up, by the way.
What's that?
I set that up.
Thank you very much. I attended. The rep from Zignum noted that, like, Zignum decided that mezcal could simply taste like a very mixable liquor. And they made it into a very smooth liquor, and it's not particularly smoky. It's made from agave.
It depends on the level.
Different agave than they use in tequila. And at the end of the day, so what? It is still a very similar plant. You're distilling it the same way. These things happen. You know, this is what Mexico does. They make excellent quality liqueurs out of a very particular local succulent plant. So, he was talking about, and this is part of the story, like, what is the most searched cocktail up on the internet? And I was like, oh, I don't know. And he said, the answer? If you actually do search engines, who is searching for the most cocktails, like the most like entered search terms when people start talking cocktails? Anybody? Yes. Maybe you've heard this from me before. Maybe you haven't. What is the most searched search terms for a cocktail?
Well, we wait for people to put
internet
up the answer. Could you? Yep. I think our little plug's out. I notice we're not charging anymore.
Oh, we can make that happen. Yep.
Thank you.
Get in there. Come on. Get in there.
I'd hate for the computer to die. There we go.
Much better battery in this machine.
Okay.
So anybody, what is the most searched cocktail terms? You're like, search terms when you're looking for cocktails on the internet. What are people trying to make at home that they can't make, that they got at that place that one time and they think that was so good, I can't make it. I'd like to find out how to make it. I'm searching the internet. What are they searching for? And I was just like, I don't know, this, that, or the other. Old-fashioned, yeah, good choice.
Old-fashioned.
Margarita, good choice.
Those are both great choices.
Yeah, most good choices.
But it's scarier than that.
Anybody up on YouTube? What are people searching on when they want to know how to make a cocktail? I will actually note this to you. It doesn't have to be technically a cocktail. It could be any kind of mixed drink.
Yeah.
You go to a place, you get this drink, it's really good. You don't know how to make it. How are you going to make it? You search the internet because the internet has all this information. YouTube has 1 gazillion videos every 5 minutes.
Hi, Jinlin.
Hey, Manhattan, good choice. Very good choice. Bloody Mary, good choice.
Long Island. Yeah,
Very
these
good
are all
choice.
good choices.
Yeah.
Bloody Mary. No, it's...
Long Island is actually complicated.
Cafe.
Yeah.
That's a good one, too. That's a good choice. But
Long Island iced tea is actually a
now.
pretty complicated drink. Not usually very good. Bloody Mary is a pretty simple drink that should be good every time you have
Doug
it.
just nailed it. Rum and Coke.
No, he did not. No, he did not.
Oh, isn't it?
Nope. It
I
was
thought it
not
was
rum
rum
and
and
Coke.
Coke. I thought it was rum and Coke.
It was not rum and Coke.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. Keep going, Bill.
Okay, I thought it was rum
Keep
and
going.
Coke. No. We're
Yeah, we're not there yet.
Yeah.
But you're getting very
But
warm.
you're in the neighborhood.
Anybody on YouTube want to guess what is the most requested
Dakar.
drink when people are trying to figure out?
That's so esoteric for this one.
Yeah, really. High karate, you know. High karate is actually a pretty good drink. It's kind of fun.
Rum and Coke. I was thinking rum and Coke, but no, you're right. It was.
When we were at Inuheli in Atlanta, we met up with a dealer. That's Jason. And he actually had found...
Doug got it. Gin and tonic.
G&T. G&T.
I knew it was another one of those with soda and spirit. And that's it.
Literally. Tonic and 1 spirit. And you think, how the hell can you mess that up? Well, the most asked question is, what are the proportions? And if you think about it...
Yeah, but
If you've never actually mixed drinks, you might not know.
I get it, but I don't know. I guess I have more self-determination than some people. Because I'd be like, well, I'll put in some gin. And if I think it needs more gin, I'll add more gin. But no, they needed a YouTube video to tell them.
You know, when I was a kid, if I had thought to myself, how do I make this? I would have gone to a little red book that was calling itself Mr. Boston. And Mr. B would have said, put 1.5 ounces of your gin into a tall glass with a bunch of ice, squeeze a lime over it, and fill with tonic. Done.
Do we have any tonic?
No, we don't. So
So I got a bottle of Dorothy Parker gin.
We cannot currently make a G&T.
Are you sure?
We cannot currently make a G&T to save our life. Nope.
We
It's all
don't
gone.
have any of that
No.
Pellegrino.
Nope. Gone. All gone. There's no tonic in this house. I'm sorry. I cannot make you a G&T. So after all that discussion, I can't even make you the drink right now. How about that?
Oh, are there tales and video of Inuheli forthcoming? Well, Paul did take some video of a band, and apparently in someone's room, which wasn't really a suite, and there were a lot of people there, so it's not porno, but...
No, I didn't take any video in that room, but I've got like 3 different segments of the band playing. So I should probably have at least 2.5 songs in there. And that was the Mystery Men. The Mystery Men, I'm not sure where they hail from, but they were good.
G&T equals civilization. I agree, which makes me wonder why we don't have tonic. Peter's asking if we have any vermouth. We do.
We have excellent vermouth.
We do have.
We currently have Dolan.
Yeah, Amy, you and Doug are on the same one. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Lisa,
Nails it
really. Gin and tonic.
Nails it shut. This is like the drink that people can't figure out how to make. Here's the thing. If you don't know how to make drinks, you're like, well, I don't know what's in it. And you're right, you don't. you don't.
Yeah, Marty's saying, I recently discovered the Algonquin. Love whiskey and pineapple. Never thought they could go together. It's a great drink, isn't it?
That is nothing more than a dry Manhattan with pineapple.
Yeah.
Very simple. And the Algonquin claimed it like 100 years ago. So there you go. The Algonquin Hotel is classic.
I haven't seen tons of pictures of Inhale online. And I admit I haven't posted any because I've been slammed, but...
Stuff's happening.
Was I in any videos? I don't think so. I'm sure I was in some videos I don't know about.
You never know what's going to turn up later. I actually have shot a lot of video of bands for years, which I haven't necessarily posted. Some of it is on a drive I cannot currently access. So if anybody is good at recovering lost files, let me know.
Ooh, a Dorothy Martini.
It's a good idea.
Oh, Doug says, I admit the martinis of my youth were way too dry. I think it was because the vermouth selection was limited in those days. That could be.
I have two good gin and tonic stories. The first one is not much of a story. Basically,
talking about martinis.
My mother used to keep gin and tonic on hand at all times. And when she would do a summer party, and bear in mind, we had an in-ground pool in the backyard, and the summer was pretty hot in Low Rowdy. And people would come by, and there were always like lights around the deck around the pool. It was always really, really cool. And it's like, oh, there's a bottle of gin, there's a bottle of tonic. People would just have these. This was the best drink ever at the time.
Well, I don't think I ever had a gin and tonic until I was at your mother's house. Mm-hmm. And then they were served so frequently. I came to think of them as very Rhode Island.
It's very New England, I think.
Yeah, I think it is very New England.
The simple fact is, it's very Newport, Rhode Island. It's very Newport Beach, California, I think.
I don't know.
I think so.
Are any of my Newport Beach peeps here? Because I don't feel like that gin and tonic was a thing.
I feel it's a very nautical thing. I don't know why.
And I feel like it's an East Coast nautical thing.
If you're on a coast, if you're facing an ocean, you're drinking G&T.
I don't know. Lisa says my most loved liquors are gin and rum. Okay.
There we go. So gin is pretty versatile. It'll do a lot more than you think.
Doug can give me the California perspective.
Okay. All right.
Oh, spin right. Okay.
I was kind of more thinking about if you have software that could recover files, because otherwise I'm paying.
And Dan is also saying, I think Rossman Repair Group in Manhattan does hard drive recovery. Okay.
Okay. I'm sure I could actually go to my local...
Errol.
The place that got my laptop back recently could probably recover my files. I'm just wondering how much I want to pay them versus how much I want to pay somebody else. Or do I just buy software that does it?
Errol says my family's in-ground pool was a pond.
I
love it.
My family's in-ground pool was a pool. It was originally heated, and then it wasn't.
Oh, the clam chowder, a New England clam chowder debate.
Oh, jeez.
And then there's the Rhode Island clam chowder, which is kind of...
Look, the classics are New England clam chowder, sort of a creamy thing. Manhattan clam chowder, kind of a tomato thing. And then Rhode Island clam chowder, kind of a bisque. It's bizarre that there are specific things that you can only get in like this tiny little corner of New England that does specific things. But look, you want something called a New York system wiener? Don't go to New York. We don't know what the hell that is.
All kinds of wrong.
What
Do you want something called the New York system wiener? Anyway.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a New York system.
Mine was the ocean.
There's no such thing as a New York system wiener in New York. You got to go to Rhode Island. And then there's like 4 or 5 places that are like, here you go, Pally, 2 dogs. And they're very specific. It's got this meat sauce that looks like Cincinnati sauce that they put on the spaghetti for chili. It's got celery salt. It's got fresh onions.
Well,
it's really good.
When we were in Rhode Island in November to see Randy Rainbow, we did have New York system wieners.
We happened to hit Olneyville, and we happened to get some New York system wieners, and you know what? They were really good.
Fries.
It's great drunk food. Really great drunk food. I wasn't driving, so I can say that.
I don't even think I was drunk.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't really either. But
I still wasn't driving.
I was definitely absorbing.
I was absorbing.
Yep.
I was absorbing cholesterol.
Yep. I was definitely absorbing cholesterol in that case.
I was absorbing some cholesterol.
Oh, boy.
I gotta find some. I'm gonna go in search of mixers.
Ancient civilizations, UFOs, strange experiences. All of these topics will be discovered on In Search Of. Hello, I'm Leonard Nimoy. She went in search of, so I decided to do that sort of thing. This is the thing. There are very specific things you can get, very specific places, and I happen to enjoy them all. I really adore the fact that you can go to this little corner of the world and get 4 or 5 unique food experiences that you don't get in neighboring states. And I think, what's the actual statute miles of Rhode Island? And if you've got something called coffee milk, you really can't get it anywhere else. A frozen lemonade that nobody else does, which, by the way, is a great drink base. It's a really awesome drink base. Yeah, a lot of people in Rhode Island have figured that part out. They do not have a lock on G&T, sure, but they do actually have some locally made liquors these days, some fantastic locally made beer that I can vouch for. And I think one is being made in Middletown, Rhode Island by now. I think it's been made that way for a long time. So that's interesting. But then you've got the chowder. It's not New England chowder, and it's not New York chowder. What the hell's up with that? Interesting.
All right. I'm a little disappointed in our mixer game right now.
It's kind of a shame. But you've got some fantastic vermouth.
I'm going to take Peter's suggestion and do a martini, which we can share if you want.
It's martini time.
And we're just
and I'm so ready.
ready.
Is anybody at this exact point not aware of the fact that we have a record that is called It's Martini Time?
Oh, Danielle says anything tonic is a favorite of mine, right?
Rhode Island pizza?
Mount Gay and tonic is the yachting mix. Oh, in Dana Point. See, I knew California was different.
Boom. Boom.
Scotch and soda was big. Yeah, exactly.
Scotch with soda?
Yeah. Just like the NYC pizza, Gettysburg Museum says. The city water makes the crust like no other. Yeah. Ooh, oh, Jamie says smoky bacon and sweet corn chowder. Yummy. That sounds amazing.
Now we're talking.
All right.
And we have a vote for everybody's favorite In Search Of episode because I actually name-checked Leonard Nimoy. I got to say, when I was a kid, UFOs were the thing because there was a big sort of wave for that. And I loved watching those episodes. They were pretty cheesy and they were pretty spurious.
It's so funny when you said pretty cheesy. I looked at Amy's comment, no cheese.
No cheese. You got to do that.
Hi, Disney for the win. Good to see you.
So, Amy, we've been using that vegan cheese stuff made by whom?
We've been using a couple.
Okay. And it's been working really, really well. I think it's made out of pea protein or something. It's a very manufactured product, and it's pretty salty. But it's been working well in place of, and I don't think it would actually trigger any allergies. So I recommend it. And go from there.
I'm going to, kill this bottle of Dorothy Parker in,
In terms of substitutes for soy.
All right, well, there's still a lot there.
Yeah, well, that remains to be seen.
Let me
but
go.
there are such
Want me to
things.
go grab it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. We have a couple of different ones, actually. All right, so I started with 2 ounces of the Dorothy Parker Rose Petal Gin. All right, hold on.
Don't mind if she does.
Cheese. I'll be right back.
Definitely. We're talking about specific drinks in specific places. I will still actually celebrate specific things that you can get. Every once in a while, I get this real hankering for a coffee milk. And if you're in New York and you want such a thing, don't ask for it.
Here.
They have no idea what you're talking about. Order an espresso, throw a bunch of sugar in it, and order a large milk.
It's super sticky.
And then mix them. Bang. Coffee milk. Done deal.
I'm not going to write this one
down.
down.
Something called Dea and something called
Violife.
Violife. All vegan. This is cheese in a vague sense. It's made out of pea protein, I think. And it will actually melt a lot like Velveteen.
I bet they have soy, though.
Oh, let's see. Nope.
Oh.
Nope on the Dea.
Soy free?
Soy free.
Oh. It probably is touting the soy freeness if it's soy free.
It's both soy free. So, Amy, use with impunity.
All right, we just made martinis last week, so I'm not going to write it down because I already wrote these down. But I used the Dorothy Parker.
It's a martini.
I used the Dorothy Parker gin instead of a London Dry. Well, it's still a London Dry, but you know what I mean. It's got the botanicals added. So
Sunlight has a big
Violet.
Violet.
Okay, all right, good. All right.
Okay. We're using both, and I don't really discriminate, but if you have a vote for that, you've registered it here.
Great. I just like that they're so melty. I love it.
All right, pizza has no cheese. I grew up with pizza that definitely had cheese, and it was considered Greek style, which was actually very greasy. At the end of the day, it was...
Grease. Anyway.
No, I don't. But, Greek style greasy. It was, as I recall... No, I don't recall. I didn't think of it that way at the time. But today I think of it as a fantastic hangover food.
All right, you keeping up with...
Yep. New Haven pizza. Now, that's a real thing. Pizza in the States apparently kind of started in the Lower East Side, and then started, like, working its way up the coast. And eventually you get a lot of variations. New Haven is a huge center for very great cold oven pizza.
Bragg's Aminos. Oh, we have... Yeah, I have a lot of Bragg's products. And hello, by the way. Vegan Friends in Connecticut, thank you. Aw. Yay!
We make a lot of food around here that we take a look at and say, wait a minute, there's nothing dairy, there's no meat in that, this is vegan. No eggs? Yeah. So, like, that happens a lot around here.
Are you up for another one? Because I...
Please.
All right. I'm splitting this martini between the two of us because...
It's martini time and we're so ready?
We're so ready. You keep saying that.
Yeah, I'm not ready for a martini, but I'll drink it.
I sloshed.
I
sloshed.
What's the garnish? Do we have olives?
Oh, we need olives, yeah. We do have olives.
Love them.
Oh. Okay.
Olive.
This one got more, so hold on.
Sorry. All right. You have olives in back of you. I will take care of these items.
You mean picks, right?
No, olives. Olives are in back of
you. Okay. I thought you meant...
By which
they're in the fridge.
By olives, I mean olives.
No, I understand.
Yes.
Toby! Hi! Hey! We miss you guys.
What the hell is that name? Anyway, okay. So it's you. Good. I know it's you.
It's you. Good.
Good grief.
Anyway, yeah, it's so good to see you.
As long as I can recognize you, I can name call you because, hey, you're the one who introduced us to those Impossible Burgers.
Oh, yeah.
They're a little expensive for what they are, but they do exactly what they say.
No, we've been buying the field roast ones. Those are
very good.
Yeah. Have you tried those?
Yeah.
Those are really good.
You would like those, and they're very good. And they grill up very well. They fry up very well. You could probably do them in the air fryer. Back of me over here. So, I mean, there's a lot of versatility there. I think that's fair. The burger package is more important than what's in it. You don't have to have actual ground beef to make a burger.
Package.
You have to have something that looks like a burger. And at the end of the day, that's it. And I'll take it from our good buddy Gaylord, who says, look, just because I'm a vegetarian doesn't mean I don't like junk food. And he's right.
I thought that was really a classic
It was hilarious.
quote from
Absolutely
Gaylord,
hilarious.
Actually.
Because Gaylord is hilarious, and he makes it. And the fact is, we're drinking martinis. I remember thinking, Gaylord should have a glass that looks like this to have a drink. He does not drink. But I thought, he should have a classy drink in his hand. So we innovated the alcohol-free martini for him.
Aww.
And what's in that? Not booze.
Oh, looking at
Yay.
Lisa and I were in Italy. This is Errol. Lisa said this pizza tastes like pizza back home. So there are a lot of Italian Americans, and they didn't forget how to cook.
Here's the funny thing.
Oh,
when we talk pizza, we're talking border food.
Oh, I love a cauliflower crust. I'm a bigger fan of cauliflower than Paul, but
Yeah.
Oh, and there's a pub near Gettysburg, Maryland that does a doughless pizza.
Shredded cabbage.
Oh, I'm interested
Hello.
in that.
Sweet cheap pizza, no cheese.
No cheese. Okay,
Okay.
All right.
I
Hi,
never
Joe.
saw that. I never saw that as a kid.
He's a good guy, Joe.
No, he's good.
He's a good guy.
You can check him out on WFMU.com.
.org.
Oh, .org? Yeah.
Yes, WFMU.org.
They stream all their content. He has a show on Sunday night at, I believe, 6 to 8 these days. I could be wrong.
I feel like the time changes.
The time does change on that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That might depend on what he's interested in doing because he's done a show there for 20 years anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So he literally has 20 years worth of weekly content on this particular station, which is webcast around the world. Literally world known. Fantastic things happen. He is doing fantastic things. Check out Gaylord's show, WFMU.org. And he will play a lot of fun things. He's played everything. He has actually sung on a record. Oh, really? Yeah, that's fun too. And I think that, like, the simple fact that he says, I don't really drink alcohol, doesn't mean that you shouldn't have a glass that looks like this.
Yeah, so he made the Gaylord Martini.
The Gaylordini is really, actually quite good.
It is pretty good, actually.
Kind of good.
It's juniper soda and alcohol-free wine.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually pretty good.
I actually decided to make alcohol-free vermouth, which was not hard at all and is spot on. And there's no booze. So there we go.
All right.
So there we go. Yep.
Amy says, I happily roast cauliflower with olive oil and spices. I have a cauliflower in the fridge that I need to put in the air fryer.
You know, a classic cauliflower thing to do is a little bit of olive oil and cheese. And if you want to use the vegan cheese, that would work.
This one is a buffalo. Like, it's supposed to be sort of a stand-in for, I don't know.
Wings.
Well, I mean, I want to say wings, but cauliflower has absolutely nothing to do with chicken wings. So I think it's just the sauce. I think if you coat anything in that sauce, it's in the same category.
It kind of does that. So, you know, we start thinking of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we should do that. I would say we should do it on Super Bowl Sunday, but I kind of think we need to use it before Sunday.
I kind of think that.
Yeah.
It's very true.
Yeah.
Food is, we have all sorts of fun things to do before then, and we'll see you on Sunday when we do another broadcast.
A live broadcast.
For my
birthday.
Live broadcast for my birthday. This will probably be a brunch broadcast, correct?
Sunday, yes. Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Boom.
We'll be done before the Super Bowl if you watch.
If you are fans
if you're
of
a fan.
The big game, and then they thought about the game. The game. Look, we're not going to interrupt the game. The game is the game. But we will serve things that you might drink, like, say, Bloody Marys, like, say, bubbly drinks, like, say, French 75. Oh,
Lisa, that's like
thing.
us. Lisa says, Errol and I are not vegan, but we like to eat vegan. I like a lot of vegan food. I really do.
A lot of food that qualifies...
Trying to be healthy.
A lot of food that qualifies as vegan didn't start out that way. You think about, say, kosher. There are all those categories like dairy, there's no meat. If you take a look at very carefully, if it doesn't involve all that much dairy product, at the end of the day, it's vegan. Well, what do you know? Because people need to eat whatever the hell they can get their hands on. And sometimes it doesn't involve any animal products at all.
Well, yeah.
What do you know? If it's just bread and olive oil and a little bit of spread, shakshuka.
So good. I love shakshuka.
Could really be vegan. End of the day.
Although it does usually have a big giant egg in the middle.
Classically spread with an egg in it. But the sauce is like it's like a pasta sauce. It's so
you
good.
could do just egg.
We just did that last year.
Love it.
Yeah. Actually, we've been using the Just Egg product. It is all pea protein. It fries up a lot like egg.
It. I'm a fan.
Yeah, it kind of does. It's kind of fun.
I'm a fan.
Oh,
go Bengals!
Woohoo!
Gettysburg Ma'am says.
There we go.
I have no dog in this fight.
No. I will support all football teams equally because we do not support any football team specifically.
Oh no, I support the Jets because they always lose.
They're pretty hapless.
They're our locals and they lose all the time. I could not name folks. A single Jets player for you, but I decided to root for the Jets because they always lose.
You know.
Or usually lose.
The New York football teams, not so much. The baseball team is something else. There you go.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And well, there are two, actually. I don't know how they did this year.
The hockey team, from time to time, really hits it big. Yeah. We don't really follow the sports.
It's not just the Yankees. Yeah. It's also the Mets. Oh, Sherry says, I'm from Cincinnati, so I have to go for the Bengals. And hello, Sherry. Good to see you.
Hey, speaking of Cincy chili, there you go. Gotta tell you.
Oh, yay, Satellite. I'm so glad you'll be here.
Hey.
Kenny's Romance says, I'm shamefully an Eagles fan, but I'd love to see Joe Burrow win the big one. Oh, I love all the football talk. I don't understand it, but I love it.
We happen to love unique food products, and all of these locations have unique food products. If we're talking Buffalo, there's something with wings. If we're talking Cincinnati, there's something with chili. It's basically served, it's a meat sauce served on a big plate of pasta. Well, that's interesting. And that's different.
It's like Lieutenant Joe Kenda there for a second.
Well, that's interesting. You're a person of interest. Yeah. Pizza is a kind of interesting thing because, look, at the end of the day, who invented pizza? What? You mean like a sort of a flat bread product, not very particularly risen on a hot stone in front of the fire with some oil on it and maybe cheese and maybe spices? That's as old as the hills. If you want to talk about that with cheese and marinara sauce, that's only as old as about the 16th century. And it took a long time for Europe to get very familiar with tomatoes. But eventually, you get something that looks like Neapolitan pizza.
Nightshades.
And eventually, that makes its way back to the States, and people say, now, wait a minute. This is kind of a great innovation, and away you go. And pizza worldwide is probably an American innovation.
Oh, the Puppy Bowl. Oh, Satellite, the Puppy Bowl is the best.
Puppy Bowl's hilarious.
Oh, Sherry says there's a vegan version of Skyline. It's black beans. Oh, interesting. Okay.
That will do. Yep.
I love it. Oh, Lisa. Oh, Errol and I will be there on Sunday. Yay. I love it.
We love you, folks.
Amy says, I don't know anything about football, but I do know that Tom Brady retired. Yeah, I don't know how you could not know that, but even I know that.
So therefore, you know one thing about football.
I realize it's a completely different football. It's not American football at all, but we've been watching Ted Lasso.
You know, football.
Any Ted Lasso fans out there?
I've heard about this show for some years now, and then we finally start watching. I'm like, okay, this show is hilarious.
It's hilarious.
Although I have fish out of water show.
I mentioned it earlier, and no one perked up. But if anyone else is watching The White Lotus too, let me know because I'm kind of obsessed. I'm kind of obsessed with Ted Lasso and The White Lotus. I've been watching a lot of movies because the SAG Awards are coming up, and since I'm a member of SAG, I get to see all the screeners. And I try to get through all of the movies, but it's impossible to watch all of the TV episodes. Like, I would have to do nothing the entire month except watch TV.
I'm watching TV for the next 2 months.
As much as I wish I could do that, I can't. But
that's a thing.
But I try to. But I have been watching Ted Lasso and The White Lotus because I love Jennifer Coolidge.
She's a lot of fun. And I'm watching this show, and she's really working it hard. She really is. I am not a member of SAG, and I'm not a member of the IA. Although in the past, I have...
Although you are a must-join. SAG must-join.
In the past, it actually... Hold on for a second.
All right.
In the past, it has been possible that I should have joined the IA, and I didn't. That was a long time ago. And currently, it is necessary for me to join SAG in order for me to do more acting work in background. And I think, well, if I need to join a union for me to be paid union wages, I'll do it. But it's going to require more resources than I have right now, so it's going to take a little more. But I would do more background because I thought it was a great experience.
I don't recommend you joining SAG unless you're going to be an actor because it's a lot of to join.
It's some dough. But if you want to do background, hey.
Oh, Gettysburg Ma'am says, my kid is a sport management major in college, so we catch a little of everything. I love that.
Hey now.
Puppy Bowl is... I love the Puppy Bowl.
That's hilarious.
Acting.
Dogs working around the whole thing, man.
Acting.
I was acting. I'm an actor. You know, that kind of thing.
As an actor, I can tell you.
As an actor, I can tell you something.
Don't join the union unless you're going to be an actor, because it's a lot of money.
It's not cheap, but if you're going to be an actor, you want to be protected by rules and regulations.
Oh, Errol,
just saying.
Errol loves tomatoes. Oh, yeah, yep.
Tomatoes being a New World product were not available to pizza until at least the 1500s, probably the middle of that period. And it took a long time for people to think that they were edible. But once they did, they said, damn.
They ate them.
They ate them a lot.
Once they realized they were edible, they ate them.
People said the same thing about potatoes for a long time. And I think tomatoes to Italy, historically, are kind of like potatoes to Ireland. It's like, if you didn't have these, what'd you do, starve? Yeah, probably. So it's good that both these locations got a plant that produced a lot of fruit.
Sherry's saying we watch more for the commercials. We don't actually have cable.
No.
So I don't think we could watch the Super Bowl, but I am interested in the commercials. Apparently, okay, I got this in one of the showbiz trades. Apparently they expect the commercials to be heavy on the crypto this year. So, yeah. I'll be interested to see if that prediction comes true, but like they're expecting a lot of the commercials to be about crypto, which is like Charlie Brown's teacher to me.
Cryptocurrency?
Yes. The halftime show looks like it'll be a good one. Okay.
Well, who's playing?
Right. The Incredible Edible Egg. Yay! I remember that. I remember that slogan.
Yep. Egg?
Bengals. I remember that from reading it right here.
Mm-hmm.
The Bengals and someone else. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can look it up before. The Rams. I went to a Rams game.
LA, baby.
I went to a Rams game in person when I still lived in California.
It's awesome.
I did. Yes, they are part of the nightshade family.
Yeah, potatoes are similarly poisonous if you eat their leaves. This is not a good implication if you're trying to eat the plant, but you eat the tuber.
Potatoes or tomatoes?
Potatoes.
I thought tomato leaves were poisonous too.
Tomatoes as well. You can't eat potato or tomato leaves. And that's the funny thing about this whole thing, but both plants produce a hell of a lot of product, and people can survive on that. And at the end of the day, the people in the Italian peninsula decided to come up with something that's like, wait a minute, flatbread with oil and like tomatoes and cheese. Boom.
Did they use cheese in Italy? I don't remember.
Of course.
Okay. Go
cheese,
Anaheim.
Cheese is cheese. Cheese is cheese.
Doug says go Anaheim.
Hey.
I did go to a Rams game once. Like they were the Rams and then they moved away and then they moved back to LA. I know that much. I'm not completely football ignorant, just mostly football ignorant.
It didn't bite me when I was a kid, so I can't tell you about football. But we have a request to circle back to rhubarb.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really? Mm.
Oh, yeah, the Olympics. Yes, go USA.
There's a lot going on there. Apparently, a lot of the winter sports have to be fueled by artificial snow because there is no snow there, which is a whole other debate about whether you should be producing snow in the desert.
I don't know. I'm not going to go there.
I'm not going to go there.
It's not my question to
Crazy,
ask.
Stupid things happen in this world because somebody decides you need to have an Olympics in a place that's a desert. Well, okay, fine. You did it. You're doing it. And people are competing. And they're doing what they do. And interesting things are happening. So good.
Now, I just think you should be able to have the Olympics wherever. I just think like the Winter Olympics. But I can't speak to this subject. I don't know. But I feel like if it was truly a desert, you could always have the summer?
The arid Olympics?
Olympics. I don't know.
I'm just saying,
I'm over my head here, so. Oh no. Jeez. Oh, Eric's back. Hi, yeah. Eric. We're still here.
Yeah, we're still going.
Next Winter Olympics is in Italy. Okay. Sand skiing. Jeez. Yeah, with poisonous leaves. Oh.
Yeah, bad news.
Oh, the sad snow situation.
Winter Olympics up there in the Alps in Italy. Oh, well, that's kind of fun.
Go Chloe Kim, U.S. Olympic snowboarding. Yeah, okay, yeah, all right.
When I was a kid, snowboarding wasn't even a sport so good.
The poisonous leaves is what Amy is referring to.
Yeah, the leaves are poisonous.
Yeah.
All of these nightshade plants are just like, the leaves are terrible. I'm like, well, what's wrong with the actual fruit of the plant? Is that poisonous? No, it's not.
No.
Well, that's confusing. You don't want to accidentally poison yourself because I ate the wrong part of the plant.
No.
Yeah. Called poison control. And this is the thing. Always know the correct part of the plant to eat.
That should be on a t-shirt.
It kind of should be.
Or a
Ultimately,
sampler.
The fruit is usually good. Tomatoes? Yeah. Potatoes? Yeah. Leaves? No. And that's the thing.
All right. I'm supposed to have a meeting tomorrow morning, and like I still don't have the link, and I feel like
yes,
I'm not going to say anything because maybe someone's watching.
Nope.
I'm just thinking it hard.
No, I'm thinking out loud.
I'm just thinking it hard.
You don't say.
Italian Alps is bound to be better snow. Yeah.
You don't say.
Oh, I have some here. If you're looking for rum.
Oh.
I've still got 2.
Drop me the samples.
Taste tests.
Zev, my lady. And we'll take care of that.
Oh, Danielle says green potatoes can be toxic too.
Yes.
Interesting.
If they're not completely mature, there are toxins in there. So you have to make sure they're not. And there are concerns if you're like, I have a bag of potato chips and there's some green stuff. Yeah. If they've been fried up, probably not a problem.
I was going to say, yeah. They made it into a bag of chips.
Problem. But if you're looking at a raw potato with some green, bake the hell out of it.
I would think.
That's plantation.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Boom.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know. I can't say.
Plantation. You didn't try it.
Oh. Oh, Sally says, I just baked a greenish potato for Mr. R's dinner. Oh, Gettysburg Ma'am. Yes, we will see you on Sunday. This is the plantation. Yeah, yes.
See?
Yes, all right.
There you go.
Hi, Aaron.
Well, hello.
Good to see you. Our potatoes are originally called nightshade.
No. The family of plants is called the nightshade family. A lot of things are in that family, including eggplant. And I think at the end of the day, the fruit of the plant tends to be edible and the leaves tend to not be edible. Don't eat the leaves. So if your local deer eat the leaves, that's up to them and I can't help them. But you eat the fruit.
To them.
The actual eggplant or the potato are definitely worth eating. Tomatoes, worth eating. All varieties, as far as I can tell. Yep.
It probably is that time.
All right. Well, folks,
wrap it up.
Been an awesome couple of hours.
It has.
A couple of
been
hours.
Lovely.
Dang.
And we will be live again Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern for a birthday brunch happy hour.
for this one over here.
I know. My birthday's
Yeah.
actually on Monday, but
Hey,
no one wants to do it on
close
Monday,
enough.
so we'll
Yeah.
do it on Sunday.
no one's going to be drinking with us at about 9 a.m. on a Sunday and on Monday. So yeah, do it on Sunday.
1, not 9.
Not 9.
And yeah, that should be fun.
We'll talk about some very
thank
sensitive
you,
topics.
Satellite.
Yep.
Oh, thank you, Aaron.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. We love you guys. Oh, Sunday. Sunday is my birthday brunch happy hour. 1 p.m. Eastern. As Frank Zappa would say, don't eat yellow snow. There you go. Words of wisdom.
I've been playing a
From
lot
Mr.
of
Zappa.
surround sound product around here.
He has.
We do own that actual track in surround sound. And I'm probably going to spin that within the next week. So, hey, there we go.
Oh, yes, 1 p.m. Can't wait to see you all for my birthday. I know, I never have a birthday party because, well, this year it's tricky, but I always...
Otherwise,
I'm always afraid that I'm going to plan a birthday party and then there's going to be a blizzard and no one will show up. And like,
you're frozen in.
I don't need that. So I'm just happy to do it.
All of you
This
February
way.
kids have to deal with that kind of stuff. I'm going to tell you.
I know.
I was born in Thermidor, so, oh, hey, whatever. There it goes. Not a problem. So that's the big difference right there. And I admit that. But
Our birthdays are exactly 6 months apart to the day. I feel like this means something. Yin and yang.
I'm kind of thinking Beneath the Planet of the Apes myself.
Oh, well, we could go watch that. We have that movie, don't we?
We do.
We could go watch it
But hey,
and
a
focus on that.
lot of fun talks about new liquor,
Thank you,
classic
Janice.
places.
Oh, yes, birthday eve brunch. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much, you guys.
I don't mind if I do.
We love you guys so much.
Please. As always, thank you so much for tuning in to our 2 hours of insanity, inanity, or information. I don't know which. All three.
It's just something for everyone.
We deliver
Okay.
what you're looking for.
Oh, Eric's birthday's the Sunday after mine.
Well, hello.
Okay.
How
We'll
about
have
that? February kids.
I'll have to wrap that in there.
Boom, boom, boom. We're still well wrapped up into the frosty month, but we'll be out of it soon. And the Northeast will start to defrost, and so will the rest of the country. I'm glad to hear that because it really feels longer these days. But we'll get there in no time at all, folks. We've made some fun drinks for you tonight. We didn't plan anything specific. We just had some liquor to
Came
work
out
with.
okay, all things considered.
I think we're great. We worked with the Giffard rhubarb, which is fun. It's a great liquor to work with. And we had the Dorothy Parker gin.
We got at least one road trip planned.
We have a road trip planned. That's a good idea. You don't
Into
say.
that.
Uh-huh. And as always, wherever you are and wherever you go,
Thank you.
we will be with you soon.